we are, boys. It's the day before the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 54. Now, before you got here, Dustin, Jackson, and I were talking about all this hullabaloo about the Sabra hummus commercial and all the controversy surrounding it. Now, I do have a theory about this controversy.
Okay.
It's multi-layered, but what is really happening here? There's all this outrage from so many different people. Everybody, dude, so many different people are just outraged at the idea of drag queens being in a hummus commercial for the Super Bowl. And that's all anybody's talking about leading up to this Super Bowl. I heard a guy earlier today talk about it. Jackson brought it up separately. Dude, you even just like type it in and everybody's got a story about it, this controversial Super Bowl. You know what I think's happening? I think that there is a fringe group of people. Now, I, myself, do whatever the fuck you want to do. I don't care what you want to, go ahead. You have the freedom to do whatever you... I feel like this...
They're exposing the minorities.
They're exploiting the fuck out of these people. Yeah. And they're making such a big deal about it. And why? So that you pay attention to the Super Bowl commercials. Because nobody gives a fuck about the Super Bowl commercials anymore. That used to be like the biggest thing. I remember growing up, it's like Super Bowl commercials were so hilarious. But like now, nobody's paying attention to the Super Bowl commercials anymore. I think last year and like the last couple of years, the Super Bowl commercials are already like all aired on YouTube before the Super Bowl.
That's true. Nobody's
paying attention anymore. So like you were asking me, Jackson, or you can look it up right now, I guess, if we can actually watch it. But I don't think it's out. I don't believe
so. No, it's not out.
It already got taken off of Larry Johnson's Insta. It got blocked.
The post?
Yep, the post. It was already,
the video?
Yeah, right here. Look, see. The post that you put on the thing got taken down.
Oh, wow. Oh, because his story probably expired.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, damn it. My bad.
But I'm just saying that like there's not actually like people aren't outraged at the commercial. They're just like they like let you know just enough. Like there's gonna be drag queens in a hummus commercial. Oh my God. But they just want you to tune in to the commercials. It's like they're exploiting these people so that you pay attention to the commercials.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
What a weird way to get like. So people are gonna watch for the commercials, just ready to be pissed off.
Oh,
and why that's gonna piss you off? I'm not really sure.
We're at a pre-trigger standpoint. We're pre-triggering people.
That's how they're.
It's a psyop. It's a psyop.
You know what?
That's how they're baiting you into sticking around for the commercials. Like, oh, here it is. Hey, everybody, get in here. There's a fucking. Fucking drag queens are on TV now.
You know what? I think we've evolved/devolved from a triggered society to, and I'm gonna coin it right now. You heard it here first. We're in a catapulting society. Where we're fucking pulling back on people at this point. You know, you fucking crank back on them, and then you fucking let them have it. So, like, this hummus commercial, the pre-commercial, like, how the fuck are we talking about pre-commercial hype right now? Why the fuck are we talking about this? And we are.
And we're pushing it. We're pushing their agenda.
We are. Here we are talking about it. Here we are. My heartbeat has literally changed based on this fucking commercial right now, talking about it, and that shouldn't happen, you know. And
even people that don't give a
my
shit,
life at this point,
like myself, I don't care.
Yeah,
and I'm not gonna care tomorrow. I am gonna watch the Super Bowl.
Of course,
I don't.
You're gonna watch the commercial.
Only when someone yells at me from the other room to get in here to watch.
But I will say we didn't. Yeah. We watched the Super Bowl. It was last year. And we didn't pay a fucking attention to the commercials.
Nobody is, dude. Nobody is.
But it used to be. We literally at high school. The next day we talked about the fucking commercials. In class we talked about commercials.
Let's name some hilarious commercials from the past. How about Bud Wise?
I mean, dude.
How about What's Up? Dude, those are both Bud Light commercials.
Well, and then Miller when they introduced. Remember the Miller office guy or whatever that fucking dude was? Like there was a Miller. Oh, dude. How about the office linebacker, Terry, whatever the fuck his name was. That shit was hilarious.
Right. See, they used to be funny.
Yeah.
Now, and we used to, and you would, The little kid Darth Vader Volkswagen commercial.
Oh, yeah.
Classic.
That's a recent one.
But nobody gives a shit anymore. Nobody's watching the commercials. So now the way that they're getting you to tune in is by trying to, because now it's not all NFL fans, but most football fans probably aren't into drag races. Drag queens? Drag races?
Yeah.
Well, they got the
RuPaul's drag race.
race.
So
yeah.
that's where I got that from, because it's two people that were on RuPaul's drag race. RuPaul's been around for fucking ever. But
Oh, yeah. She's been around for a long time. Yeah.
but it's just weird to me that that's what I mean. If nobody said a thing about it, and it was just all of a sudden there was two drag queens on a hummus commercial during the Super Bowl tomorrow, big fucking deal. But they're hyping it up. Like, people are outraged over the idea of drag queens in a commercial for the Super Bowl.
They couldn't be
Who's
more
outraged?
happy.
Why are they?
Like, look at this. They're already talking about watch feuding Real Housewives unite over hummus in Sabra Super Bowl teaser.
Go back.
So-
Read some more headlines of like all the bullshit, dude. Everybody's got an article about this.
Okay, T-Pain and reality stars share Sabra hummus in Super Bowl ad. So that's probably the one about the fucking thing. Let's see here. Fox won't show abortion survivors Super Bowl ad, but it's okay. But okay's drag queen commercial. So
What
now
do
they're
those
talking
two
about
things have to do with
dude,
each other?
dude, what
Yeah.
the fuck? Hold on, let me read this again. Let me click on it real quick. Fox won't show abortion survivors Super Bowl ad, but okay's drag queen commercial. What the flying
What the
fuck
yeah.
is going on here?
Dude,
What?
How the fuck
we
are those two-
doing?
it's just crazy, man.
Jesus.
So why isn't there no articles about
The Christian
like
Post.
trans people outraged across the board about all the
Being
controversies about
being exploited.
There's none of that.
Yeah.
There's none of that. Why is there none of that?
Right?
Maybe there is,
Exact-
but that's not
No,
coming up.
That'll be on page 17 of Google search. You know.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
So that's what I mean.
Because
Like,
as soon as you get past those 5, then it's just Sabra info.
But
then
they're
it's
not-
just
so if there's
calories
any,
and-
if
So this is like, yeah.
so if there's one thing that's offensive about all this, it's that like there is no outrage over the outrage.
Oh, here we go.
Like,
here's
why is
another
this
one.
so outrageous?
Christian group demands Fox and NFL pull historic drag queen Super Bowl ad. Historic?
Do you think this is bullshit, dude? Do you think all of this is just
Here's what GLAAD has to say to 1 Million Moms group fighting drag queen starring Super Bowl ad.
People might not just care. They just are telling every news outlet to just put up an article on it.
Yeah.
But they're
basically.
just trying to get you to tune in and stick around for the commercials. Because let me tell you what people do during the Super Bowl commercials now. They check
Grab
their
a beer.
phone
Grab
or
a
go
beer.
take a piss.
Yep, you gotta take
Yeah.
the fucking piss, man.
Gotta
Because you're
wait.
crushing
You gotta take
brews,
a piss.
crushing brews, crushing fucking, you're crushing some of obviously buffalo chicken dip. I mean that's happening.
Yeah.
But dude, yeah, the fact that people aren't being because if I went and I just said like, hey, we got a transgender and she's into such and such, people would probably get super pissed that I was exploiting a transgender. But the fact that it's in a Super Bowl ad, they're like, oh, hey, this is great, you know, this is cool, and we got 1,000 people talking about it, and millions of people talk about it, and here we are. We already fucking Googled it a couple of times. That's more hits to the machine. That's what it is. That's all they care about is the fact that we said to each other, what the fuck are we talking about? And we Googled it, and boom, we just became another fucking statistic to their machine.
We did. But what is the NFL if not a giant
Propaganda
advertising campaign
Yeah.
for, and the Super Bowl especially. Like that's why but it's a entertainment spectacle. That's why we like to watch it. It's fun.
Yes. It's the
It's
Roman
just,
it's the Roman
fucking
circus,
weird,
bro.
dude.
It's
It's
the Roman
just weird.
circus.
It's not weird that it's drag queens. It's weird that I mean,
Like I said,
is anybody actually upset about this? Who's
No,
really
no.
upset? Like, why? What for? What reason?
no.
do
What
you
was
have to get
funny is
upset?
when we shared this. I don't remember which one of you guys shared this on our feed the other day, but I responded with 5 years ago. This would have been an Onion article headline. and everybody would have been like, ha, 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 hilariously fake, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that'd have been like great fucking article. It's fake as fuck, you know.
Dude, I think Fox is turning like they're trying to get the left side a little bit, trying to get more of the audience.
Wouldn't doubt it. That's
Jay-Z, is Jay-Z signed with them? I mean, Jay-Z's liberal, I would assume, because he's a Hollywood
Jay-Z
elite type.
Yeah, we all know what Jay-Z,
yeah,
Rock,
I'm not sure.
Rock, Diamond C signed.
He's beyond the two sides. He's
Yeah.
where they are united. That's where
That's
he's
true.
at.
That's true. He doesn't quite fit in the.
We know that right and
Especially-
left are the base of the triangle that only leads to
Enlightenment.
the top, the elite. Not
Right.
enlightenment.
Oh,
Fuck no.
in the Larry Johnson, he did it. He did like a
his
video
soft
on
opening.
the Sabra commercial, and he said, "Well, I didn't know this, but Fox is 666 in gematria, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
in my opinion." And
Dude,
of course,
there-
they're hosting the Super
Yes, more
Bowl.
drawn.
There was crazy gematria
crazy.
bombs going down
Dude.
the other day, but I can't remember what they were.
I
I
got
don't-
one. I saved
I
one
don't
of
know
them.
enough
Okay.
about it to like actually like I don't know like how the numbers even like match
Yeah.
up in general, how that works, the numerology. I don't like know enough about it.
And we had
Well,
touched
it's a
on,
simple key.
yeah.
but there's
like,
multiple
what's
keys.
the-
it's a
what's the
lot.
difference?
It's a lot like a language where there's multiple languages. There's also multiple keys, which muddies the waters. I think.
Yes.
Then that's kind of what we talked about. We touched on a little bit in the last pod was that gematria is like, okay, so you got this many letters. Go ahead and get rid of whatever the fuck you want, you know, and then you get rid of this.
I prefer whichever key in the moment is going to make me go crazy the most.
Yeah, exactly. And that because there's one that was posted and they already called out the score. So Russell Wilson's 21st pass was intercepted by number 21 with 21 seconds left on the date 2-1, February 1st. On the down, 2nd and 1 to conclude Super Bowl 49. So the pick is 7 plus 3 or 7 plus the lowercase g
I love this shit. dude.
plus 3 plus 2 equals 21 parentheses learn gematria. Like this is fucking
Dude.
guy's shirt, bro. It's on his shirt. So they picked that's how they picked the score. So let's put because I'm gonna put this dude on fucking freezing hot takes big time. So they predicted the score is gonna be 49ers 24, Chiefs 31.
49ers are gonna.
based on like this whatever gematria thing. So
Dude, you know what's crazy? After Kobe Bryant died, the first Lakers game, the Lakers won by 8. Kobe Bryant's first number was 8.
whoa, damn,
Yeah.
That's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
dude,
That's heavy.
it's like,
That's
dude, how
heavy.
many? Dude, I don't know if you guys follow ESPN or SportsCenter or anything,
Yeah.
but dude, how fucking stupid like have their posts been lately? Like, oh, Lil Wayne's gonna put a 24-second
Yeah.
sound of silence on the 8th song. Like,
Dude.
nobody gives a flying
Yeah.
fuck, bro. Like, dude, fuck you. Like, I can't believe you're posting about this.
Dude, everyone's all of a sudden the biggest
Biggest Kobe fan.
of all the football players 2-4, like Neymar.
Dude, did he throw one up?
Dude, he was wearing I don't even know. He was wearing basically a jersey.
Dude, like now
Like,
I understand.
on the field.
So
And then
Kobe
he took it
spent
off, like-
Kobe spent time in Italy because
Okay, that
his
makes
dad
sense then.
his
That
dad
makes
played
sense.
Italian basketball.
Yes.
But Neymar is a Brazilian soccer player playing in France.
Mm-hmm.
So AC Milan, the team that Kobe was a huge fan of and I think actually had super tiny ownership in,
Mm-hmm.
wore armbands for him.
Oh,
Which
okay.
is understandable. That's cool because Kobe grew up in Italy for a
Yeah.
little while and he had some ties to that team. So that's all well and good. But dude, for everybody in the world to say Kobe influenced my life, go to hell. And then for everybody to say Kyrie Irving scored 47 points or 50 53
Yeah.
points last
Trey
night.
Young. Oh,
And they're all like Mamba mentality. And I'm like, okay, if you say that before Kobe's dead, I'm saying, okay, so you just shot the ball and you didn't pass it. Nobody gives a shit because that's what Mamba mentality meant before Kobe died. was that shoot first,
Yep.
ask questions later. That was my. Now it's just like if you succeed in anything, it's Mamba mentality now. I don't get it. I don't know. Like I don't know. I just hate. I hate the call me an asshole, call me whatever. But I hate
Asshole.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate
okay,
it.
yeah.
When everybody just kind of like fucking pretends that they like gave a shit about this dude before he died.
Everyone feels the need to like have a post about it.
Yeah.
This like long like essay.
Yeah,
on how
and,
much
and we
he-
talked about it last time.
Yeah.
It's like it's almost
Wouldn't
like
you file that under virtue signaling?
exactly. Yeah,
Like
You're exploiting his death.
exactly.
Totally,
It
man.
is totally exploitation. It's total exploitation.
you're looking for like
Every
brownie points for your compassion or something.
like I said on
we
the
all
last
know what happened. Like we all know
on the
We all
last
know.
episode, you're basically looking for somebody to feel sorry for you because you're feeling sorry that Kobe died.
I'm gonna show you a video.
Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't get it. Like, it's for a lot of it, and I'm even, you know what? Like, and you know what? What I need to do is self-trigger and back up and understand that this is all the fucking archons getting the negative energy from everybody, because it pisses me off on both. It pisses me
do
off
love
on
that.
both sides, because it also makes me mad when somebody's like, "Oh, stop talking about Kobe wasn't the only one that died in that fucking plane crash. Those other fucking people." Or oh, how about this police officer that died in the line of duty? How's nobody talking about them? And it's just like everybody's getting pissed about all this stuff. It's like, no, it's just the fucking archons fucking feeding off of our negative energy and sucking it up so that when we go to sleep and we wake up feeling okay, it's because they fucking fed off all that negative energy and now they're stronger.
Dude,
and
this
they keep
this
feeding
happens
into
with every single celebrity death. We just had it big time with Anthony Bourdain, also, which I would, and it was that like a year ago already?
Almost.
2 years?
Pert in here.
It was what, dude?
a year. Yeah.
The difference though between like a Kobe and an Anthony Bourdain though is like Anthony Bourdain was famous for being himself, like, you know,
Hustling.
well, dude, his personality was so much like who he was as a person was so much of like why he got famous with his show and his books and all that. Like Kobe was a basketball player. I mean, of course he was more than that. He was a father and everything else, but like
Suspected raper.
that's
Keep going.
a big one. And dude, everybody does. There's, you know,
Whoa! What?
everybody. Everybody's doing it, man.
The implication.
Oh, you're one to talk. No,
What does that
I'm
mean?
just saying. I see you addressing me with your eyes, and I don't appreciate it. I'm just I don't even need to go down that road. But you know what? The whole Kobe thing with, you're right. This is all anybody's talking about right now, and why? Dude, that was on talking about the boulets, like that whole thing. That, like, I think the Kobe thing goes way, I know it does, goes way, way deeper than, you know, just being a basketball player.
Yeah.
Big time.
Right. Some people say that it was kind of like Kobe couldn't have been the full initiate because, you know, he had those problems earlier, and now this was literally LeBron took over the third position, and Kobe's gone now. So like LeBron is now what Kobe should have been. I think Triple E was talking about on the podcast, or somebody was talking about on Triple E's podcast, where like this was kind of like getting rid of Kobe and making LeBron the new,
Dude.
the new puppet.
It's
that type of shit. Like, I
right.
don't know.
For anybody that like wants to know what we're talking about, you gotta listen. You have to. You gotta listen to it. It's worth listening. Number 272 of the Tinfoil Hat Podcast. The Boulay Black Secret Societies with Bishop Larry Gators.
Yeah.
Dude,
That was
it's
crazy.
incredible.
Yeah.
Yep.
You just gotta listen to it. It's good food for thought, if nothing else. But this shit there's so much that just goes deep. It's not coincidence. There's some creepy shit going on at the top levels. And dude, if what we can do is turn you on to somebody else who's got somebody else telling you how it is, like, it's worth looking into, man. And once you start,
100%.
if you're listening to this, You need to listen to that.
Yeah.
And if you're listening
yeah.
to that, you're going deep. You can keep going. And
Actually,
there's no turning back.
I'd actually almost have to say, if you're listening to us, you're almost deeper than you are if you're listening to Tripoli. Because Tripoli's going to pop up on your normal feed.
That's true.
And if you're listening to us, you're deeper.
I don't know.
no,
I don't
I'm-
recommend if you.
I'm
Dude,
just
I don't know.
saying-
Do you really tell them to listen to that? Do they
Tripoli?
really want to know?
To Tripoli?
Do they really want to know about that stuff? Because I don't know.
I was given the disclaimer. I'm saying
I could
once you
redo-
start
I-
going,
Oh,
it's a red.
yeah. I don't
It's a
even
red
know.
blue pill. Red pill, blue pill. What do you want?
Because once
do,
you
yeah,
find
you have
out
the
about
choice.
all that stuff, you can just spot it,
Yeah.
and it's everywhere.
oh, yeah.
everywhere.
You're gonna see it all the time.
You'll
Dude,
never
I-
unsee it.
I
so
think
don't.
no, you will never unsee it. But you know what I think it does? I think it helps you. It helps you realize what actually matters, and starts
Authenticity.
making you appreciate those that are your loved ones and those that are close to you.
Well, and that's a fantastic point. And you also start to see patterns. You also start to see patterns in this stuff. They always say
Ebola
these
2014.
these
yeah.
people are not clever. They repeat themselves all the time. It
Dude,
happens
history
all
repeats
the
itself.
time.
Dude, the symbolism is right in your face.
You have to do it. You have to get that karmatic reprieve, man.
have
you
to,
have to
sure.
show. You have to tell people what's going on, or else you won't get that karmatic reprieve. So if you tell them, and by telling them, all you have to do is literally drop one tiny symbol that something's happening, then you are
What is
you're
the karmatic
cleansed.
reprieve?
So you're
Reprieve.
cleansed by basically, if you tell somebody something's happening, then if they allow it to still happen, it's not your fault. So actually, it's funny. Rogan just touched on this not that long ago. Like, so a UFC fighter is okay. Like, you're gonna fight another man. So if you beat the shit out of that person, it's okay. It's not your fault. But if so, and he was the reason why they got to talking about this was he was, because there's been a lot of blowback with his Bernie Sanders endorsement, and how the DNC basically hates Bernie Sanders, so they hate anybody who loves Bernie Sanders. And since Joe Rogan said if he had to vote right now, he would probably vote for Bernie Sanders. So now the DNC is attacking Rogan and basically attacking everything he's ever said. He called a UFC fighter who was born a male for 30 years and then decided to become a female for 2 years and then fought women in mixed martial arts, low-level mixed martial arts, and was literally crushing their skulls. He said that this woman, like, he's like, you're a fucking man, because this woman was this quote-unquote woman was just causing damage.
Yeah, this is like a super famous story. I mean,
Yes, this is a really famous story.
right.
So, where was I going with
Yeah, and
this?
Rogan has not
Karmatic.
backed down. Yeah,
Oh yeah, the
karmatic
karmatic
reprieve.
thing. So he said, so as a martial artist, you don't have a problem if you're one man beating another man and you beat the shit out of them. You have agreed that you are engaging in that fight. But that guy who didn't tell everybody he was born a man, because they didn't find out that she was originally born a man
That
until
was the biggest problem. And
that
his-
was the problem.
right,
And his
and his-
beef was that he didn't disclose this to anybody. So for a while, he was beating the fuck out of women under the guise of having been born a woman, but he wasn't. So nobody knew that for a while. So that's where the karmatic thing. That's kind of, I'm just using
It's the karmatic energy, like
yeah.
within the
So
universe.
like that's
Justin,
where
you're he's and she's. I mean, you're just all over the place
yeah,
here. I
I'm
mean, you
sorry.
are just offending
that's on me. That's my
many
bad.
of our listeners.
So they're
It's
kind of
okay.
It gets confusing though.
It
It
is.
just
It
does.
is,
Like,
dude.
but his whole thing is that
I
you
won't be able to run for
biologically. What's that?
I'll never be able to run for office.
No,
based on that
definitely not.
soundbite.
Yeah.
But anyway, go ahead. Keep going.
Definitely not fucking up what somebody else fucked
Mhm.
up. Yeah.
For real.
So wait. Well, yeah, and his whole problem with that is that there are certain biological differences, such as what he always says, bone density. Like, just
You're a man. You're bigger. You're bigger. That's
and
indisputable.
yes, and this person was beating the fuck
like
out of these
crushed
ladies.
a skull, like almost like killed somebody, and was proud of it. And he all Rogan said, and because Rogan is a professional fighting analyst, like that is his. he is a professional fighting analyst / comedian
Right.
/
and also,
podcaster.
that's like his responsibility to the sport is
Yeah.
to be like, this is not right.
right.
Because it's not. And then, so what is did I miss the karmatic reprieve?
No, the
part?
karmatic thing was that he didn't say if he would have told people that he was born a man and then changed genders and he's now a woman. If the woman was still willing, if the other woman was still willing to fight that man, so be it. With all the information, that's fine. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then whatever damage happens after that happens.
Yes.
Because you are engaging, fully aware of what is going on, but you haven't been given the information.
But you need to know that she was born and lived as a man for 30 years.
Correct.
Very important. It's very important when you're talking about a physical sport.
So that is a very convoluted example of karmatic reprieve. Another one is a lot of the Oli Demigard during one called out during one of the London attacks that there was a bystander wearing sweatpants that said Vegas on the side. And this was before the Stephen Paddock shooting, the Las Vegas shooting.
There is so
and he
much-
called that
okay.
out. But that's
we can go down.
right. We can, but I just want to use this one example.
Okay.
So this is before the Vegas shooting, and a bystander after one of the London attacks before the Las Vegas shooting was wearing sweatpants that said Vegas on them, and it was clear as day on the news report. It wasn't just a random photo. It was on the news report, so they made sure to get it and capture it in the footage, and it said Vegas on the side of her pants. And he said, watch out for a Vegas, an incident in Vegas. And not even a year later, the Las Vegas shooting happened. So that's the type of thing. They warned people by putting Las Vegas on the side of that girl's pants. They were warning people that shooting was going to happen. So it's not like they're saying, hey, we're going to go kill a bunch of people in Las Vegas. But all they have to do is put that little thing.
What does that do?
It's like the satanic fucking thing.
Dude,
it's
the symbol. It's all about the symbolism. That's what you're saying. That is
Yeah.
the karmatic reprieve, right? And it's not. It'd be easy to say like, oh, okay, there's a lot of people that go to Vegas and wear fucking sweatpants, but this shit happens all the time. But dude, it's same with the weird the symbolism. I've said it every time, dude. My God, I'm just burping up all kinds.
All
of
that mod pizza.
yeah,
going
dude.
on. Yeah.
The one eye shit, dude. The one eye, dude. The one eye. Everybody does the one eye thing. Do you think there's 1,000 examples? I bet there is.
At least.
Do you see Calderon?
Jose Calderon?
Yeah, he pointed at his hat and he did this. So he pointed at his cowboy hat and then he threw up a OK sign.
Dude, there's ton. Yeah,
That OK. So
the
that's
OK,
666,
the 666. Yeah, the triangle. But dude, the one eye is so obvious. It's so
man.
why
It
is that?
is.
It's not a coincidence.
Well, the one eye in the pyramid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
it
yeah.
is.
I just mean that's you pledging your allegiance.
You know what's
You know?
crazy?
That's
The
what that
dollar
is.
bill has the triangle on it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it did.
It's so crazy. That's karma.
And it didn't
That's probably
until
karma.
Franklin Delano Roosevelt, a Freemason, signed it into law. So Franklin Delano Roosevelt was the one who put the all-seeing eye over the top on the dollar bill. It wasn't there
Wow.
until
Dude,
he was in office. He's a 33rd degree Freemason.
Right. That's obviously a big symbol of the Freemasons.
Yeah.
But, that just came up in a recent episode. Just anytime you construct a pyramid that does not have the eye on top is super bad luck. So there was all this crazy shit
So they
happening when they
say.
built what is the MGM? What is that in Vegas? The pyramid, the big black pyramid.
MGM Grand.
I think it is. Yeah, I think it's MGM Grand.
Well, what I was for marketing purpose, something in your brain, a triangle, that you want to see what's inside the triangle more than anything else, a circle. No, a triangle. It's a psychological effect on your brain has on it. It's weird.
Fascinating.
It's like the shape. Yeah, it's the shape. Some like the 3-sided.
that you just gotta know
yeah.
what's going on in there.
It's weird.
Luxor is the
What? I'm just
the
gonna put it a little
Luxor.
bit closer.
That's the one that they were talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, during the. Because is that where Paddock did the shooting from? Was it Luxor?
No, that was Mandalay Bay.
Oh, okay.
Dude, total. So,
Isn't
maybe
that
need
just
to
a
go
trip?
down
Just
that
seeing
road.
that site?
Oh, it's crazy, dude. There's a
like-
big black pyramid in Memphis too, for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, look that up. I don't know what that is or why that is, but dude, what was another? I mean, we can kind of like.
Wasn't there the Manchester shooting too? That's an other shooting that recently happened.
Yeah, what the hell is that? Why is that?
Family adventure in the Bass. It's a Bass Pro Shop.
What?
Yeah, a family adventure in the Bass Pro Shops pyramid in Memphis.
Weird. So someone built a
Everyone
big
knows
ass
Bass-
pyramid, and then Bass Pro Shop said, we'll take it over. It's been there for a long, long time.
Yeah,
It couldn't have always been a Bass Pro Shops. Either way.
It was built in 90.
Let's get back to
Oh, it was a sports arena. It was a sports arena in 1991, and they turned it into a Bass Pro Shop.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's what it is. Yeah,
it's just a crazy
trippy,
piece of a skyline.
I would love for every fucking sports arena to just be just one creepy ass fucking
just
pyramid.
a big pyramid. Yeah.
I mean, we got like Noah's Ark going on in Milwaukee.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that is a weird. You know what's weird is the Bucks arena that's shaped like that, and then there's
And the
that
car
fucking
wash
car
on Blue
wash
Mountain.
on Blue Mountain. Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Literally the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
There's gotta be no fucking like. There's no reason to build something like that. That can't be economical. Like that is.
Dude, it's a
It's
dope
the
car
exact
wash.
Same thing. It looks cool as hell.
Yeah.
You take a car there very often? Ever?
Never.
No.
I couldn't even tell you the last time I got a car wash.
Yeah, I can't-
Dustin, I drive a 2007 Subaru Forest.
Dude, I drive a 2007 Honda Civic with 250,000 miles on it, bro. We're both not taking the $10 undercarriage fucking spot free shine.
I ain't selling my soul for no new car, that's for sure. I don't care what Satan offers.
Take a hike, Satan.
He's like, I'll give you 28 G's. I'd be like,
Done.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Never mind. Yeah.
Making it even 30, we're calling it good.
Oh, man.
Okay, so what were we talking about?
We were talking about many things earlier. Trying to go down a list, trying to like keep ourselves on task. But
It's hard without
Super Bowl 54. You were talking about how this could be the Joe Montana Super Bowl. We got the 49ers, Chiefs.
This is. Nobody is hyping this as the Joe Montana Super Bowl. Why?
Joe Montana 16, Joe Montana 19. Let's get some gematria going here, right? He was 19 when he was on the Chiefs.
Wow.
Chiefs.
So take away the ones at 6-9.
Yeah. And then if you want to, take away the 9 or the 6 or divide them both by 3, 33.
Whoa,
If you divide them each by 3, they're 3s. That's 33 Masons.
Whoa. Okay. What's
The 1
all
is
right,
not
nine-
divisible.
Check this out. 19. The Chiefs 19. One times 9.
It's 9.
Okay, Jackson. 1 times 6.
6.
6 times 9.
72.
54!
Damn it!
Super Bowl 54. Come on, man.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa!
Whoa! Are you with me or not?
I'm not because I don't know math, dude.
Yeah. 72. Holy shit. Wait, what?
Can't put me on his blast like that. Dude, whoa, 54, bro.
Dude, how about that shit?
Holy shit. Dude, shut this down right now. Shut it down. Nobody's
supposed to know that.
Nobody's supposed to know that.
Yeah.
No, we just put that together, dude.
If we would have fucking figured that out at the beginning of the year, which I have
Holy
on good authority
shit,
Jackson
dude.
did, we could have called this last week, man.
Holy
2 weeks ago.
man. Holy.
You think Joe Montana's going to be there in a... Hold on. Joe Montana's going to be up
Women's
in the
dress.
fucking box. No. He's going to be wearing a golden pair of those Skechers shape ups,
Eating Papa John's pizza.
Dude, the people like really got fucked up from those shape ups, and he was endorsing them.
Yeah,
full
super
on.
messed up. He
He
was
looked
into that
pretty
big
good,
time.
Yeah. Actually, he lost both his legs due to a shape up injury.
But he's still wearing shape ups on his nubbins.
Yeah, yeah.
On both nubs.
He's like got the I don't know.
Holy fuck, dude! I'm tripped. All right. First of all, going back and figuring out my times tables, and then secondly, I'm gonna figure out.
Yeah.
Also, 9 times 8 is 72.
You got it.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, thank you. All right, I was just.
Whoa!
Yeah. So blowing minds on that
Joe
one.
Montana playing 72?
Joe Montana easily played 8 times.
That's when he graduated from Notre Dame.
Okay, so
Just
here's
made that up.
so I just want to gematria you guys back to where I was thinking with the 72. So Joe Montana easily played when he was 8 years old. He played against 9-year-olds. 8 times 9, 72.
Dude, I would never have thought of that. That's awesome. Look at him sitting back. He's like, yeah, I fucking told you guys. I told you.
Dude, no, I'm tripping as hell on this real deal, though, on the real thing.
It's crazy. Well, so that tells
So
us
the Joe
nothing about
Montana-
the outcome of the game tomorrow. What's going to happen?
Well, something's going to happen with eyes on Joe Montana. Eyes on Joe Montana.
All right.
Okay.
So if
Yeah.
he's like, so you gotta watch him pregame, gotta watch him during game, gotta see what he's got going on. If he's holding the fucking cup, if it's got some shit, like if it's got some writing on it, if anything, eyes on Joe Montana. Eyes on, it's gotta be. That's all I can think of. He might be sacrificed. Because so here's
If he's
halftime.
outed as getting a
Well, okay,
mustache ride from Andy Reid, I'm going to say Chiefs tomorrow.
dude, if he's getting a mustache ride from Andy Reid, that ain't it. Like that's good to go, man. That is awesome.
Andy Reid just put a hit up for me.
Andy Reid has got it going on.
He's still got those Philadelphia mob ties.
Dude, Andy Reid has got it going on, man. I would have at that, dude. But okay, so who's the Super Bowl performers? It's Shakira and Jennifer Lopez, correct?
Yep.
And Pitbull, hello.
Shut up. Pitbull's also very Cuban flavored.
Friend of mine.
Oh yeah.
Friend of a friend. No big deal.
Friend of the pod, basically.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, 6 degrees separation, friend of the pod.
But
Anyway, so
Jackson
I'm
was
just
all
trying to
worked
think.
up about the Super Bowl halftime performance. He's like, who the like why? Why these people? Of course, I mean they're all but he's like, these people are not relevant at all. Like why are these like grandparents performing in the Super? I said, dude, this is like you gotta cater to like the county fair crowd. You know, like
whoa. Is this a Miami-Dade County fair?
might as well be, dude. It's like, who does give a fuck about these people anymore? No young people, but that's not who you're catering to. You're catering to your buying audience. You're catering to like the 40-year-olds.
Us.
Us, dude.
And I'm not into it, but it is us.
No,
'Cause
but that's
we're
who you're
like,
trying.
"Damn, remember Shakira?"
That's why, dude. That's why the fucking Rolling Stones played the Super Bowl like 10 years ago, and it's like
dude.
these guys are ancient, but they're catering to
Did you know
a
those
certain audience.
Did you know those fuckers don't get paid anything to do that halftime show? Did you know that? They don't get any money.
Yeah, it's like initiation.
Well, yeah, but I think they do it. They get these old fuckers because they don't have to initiate them anymore. They're already initiated.
Oh.
So it's just easy
It's
to
all
get them
part
to
of your
go.
obligation after during your blood sacrifice.
I might go out on a limb and make a call that Pitbull will show up in some sort of weird drag outfit to align with Sabra Hummus.
Wait, what if he drops? What if he drops from the roof of the building off a springboard, diving into a swimming pool full of hummus and roasted red pepper?
I would.
One of my favorite Sabra hummus.
I'd believe you if it was hot, just hot. The hot flavor.
Well, I'm not willing to budge.
Okay, I'm in. And then in the bottom, if you don't mix it up, it's just a bunch of transgender people laying on their backs with boners.
Blue Chew.
And he's diving in from the top. Initiation happens.
You're throwing some serious dick daggers. Okay, now Moving on.
Who's
Who's
gonna
going to
win
win
tomorrow?
tomorrow? Jackson
I
guaranteed.
don't even know what to say
we can-
after that.
We can probably
Okay.
chop. We can probably
We
chop,
can chop that up.
Yeah,
Chop
we'll
that
chop that out.
Chop it up a little bit.
Yeah, we'll take that out. You mark the time.
No, we're not saying we're taking.
Okay.
Hey, we're not saying we're taking it out. We're just saying we're chopping it up. Okay.
Yeah. So Jackson guaranteed his coworkers 49ers victory.
Yeah.
What did they have to say about that? Oops.
They think the Chiefs are gonna win, dude.
Why?
Everyone I've talked to, except for my friend Quentin. Everyone
Okay.
else thinks the Chiefs are gonna win.
A lot of Packers fans.
Yeah, dude. Yep. People still hate on the 49ers.
So do you? Okay.
I think this is one of the most exciting Super Bowls in the last 10 years.
that's consensus. A lot of
Really?
people are
People
super
are-
excited.
Yeah.
Dude,
it's
these
gonna
are
be a good
teams
game.
that want to win.
Yeah, consensus.
The Pelosi shit aside, that's a team that's on fire right now, dude.
Dude,
They're
but how can you
exciting
cheer
to
against a
watch.
former fucking Packer coach, Andy Reid, who
I'm not.
deserves a Super Bowl?
I was only describing a half of the competition. Now I'm going to go ahead and describe who's the most exciting quarterback.
How
in
dare you
the
be
league right
neutral? How dare you be
now.
neutral?
I'm not. You know
How
I
dare you
know
act neutral?
the game's going to get canceled tomorrow. It's just not. It's going to, I mean, it just
Well, the halftime show's gonna shut it down.
Yeah.
We all know.
right. There's going to be a power outage. Remember that? That was weird.
Oh, it's terrible.
That fucked the game up.
It did.
Get that in a second. But dude, is Patrick Mahomes the most exciting player in the league right now? Most exciting
Second to
quarterback?
Lamar.
Yeah.
MVP,
Second to
the
Lamar.
current MVP,
Yeah.
Oh, you guys wanted to talk about that?
current and reigning MVP. Well, let's finish our Super
yeah.
Bowl talk, and then we'll go on to the awards. The awards after that. But okay, so
I am confident the 49ers are going to win.
and
Tomorrow,
you are-
I am 100%
and that isn't
guaranteeing that.
that isn't just
4 + 9 = 13. I've been telling people
nice.
every day this past week.
Oh, dude, what about
So
So 4
their
plus
name has been the 49ers their entire time they've
Dude,
been in the league. Right?
you know
I mean,
4 plus 9 is 13. We're in 2020, so 20 plus 13 is 33. 33 divided by 11 is 3.
33-degree Freemason, too, yeah.
what the fuck did you just say?
33-degree Freemason, baby.
We already heard,
What is a 33-degree Mason baby?
yeah, babe. 33-degree mice, babe.
Oh,
How that
my
boy?
mistake.
How?
Yeah, so if we're taking bets, any of y'all, I'll take 49ers. So,
Okay, I'll go Chiefs on you on that one.
okay.
We'll settle the
Okay.
terms later,
Yeah, okay. Sounds
and we'll let everybody know after the fact.
No spread,
Okay.
straight up.
Yeah, straight
Yeah,
up.
I'm good to go. Yeah, I
straight
hate
up.
the spread. I hate that bullshit.
It's really close, too.
Win or
The spread's
lose.
really
Yeah,
close.
win or lose. Win or
Yeah.
lose, we all booze. Okay, so let's talk about the awards. Lamar Jackson MVP. Duh, right?
Duh. Even though that play performance really deteriorates that.
It wasn't great, which is why I think that all MVPs should be chosen before playoffs.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of MVPs. Like, they're kind of, like, peaking really early. I mean, they're getting the awards, like, really early. Like, Mahomes last year, it was his rookie season. This year, Lamar, it was the second season.
A lot of game
second
cha-
season.
A lot of game
Yep.
changers lately,
Mhm.
you know? It's kind of...
So,
yeah,
who's going to win the MVP next year, you think?
I mean, at the rate we're going, it's got to be... what's his nuts? The fucking quarterback for the national champs. Oh my god, I'm dying right now. Not Lawrence, but the other QB.
Burrow?
Burrow.
You think he's going to win MVP?
Well, that's what the trend's at right now.
Okay.
Young quarterback coming in. It's not going to be him, obviously, but that's where the trend's at right now.
Okay,
You know,
I see.
young QB coming
Yeah.
in.
Okay. All right.
He's giving you.
That's
He's
fair.
Larry Daviding you, right?
Yeah, he is. He's
Okay.
like
Okay.
you're a fucking
Okay.
idiot. He's like you're a fucking
Oh,
idiot.
yeah, the
you know?
Bengals. The Bengals, yeah.
It's no, honestly, I think MVP next year. Hot take. This is even a cold. This is
I'm gonna
kind of
say a boiling
this is
hot take
This is a
after you.
lukewarm take right now. Derrick Henry.
I'm going to say a boiling hot take right now.
Lay it on me.
Dwayne Haskins. The Redskins are coming back. They got Ron Rivera, and they're gonna make it far.
But isn't
and Dwayne Haskins is gonna
Ron
win
Rivera
MVP.
a defensive coach?
I don't even care. I don't care.
This is boiling.
It's
hot.
boiling hot take because Haskins did not have a great season last year, but I think he can throw. He can throw it. He can hurl it a far amount of distance.
Bigger boiling hot take is if you said, "Who is the Redskins starting running back for next year?" You know, like
yeah, that with Adrian Peterson.
yeah, like
Yeah.
is it what was that?
Darius Geis.
Geis, yeah,
Yeah.
Geis was.
He gets
there.
injured
He
every
was
other
supposed to
game,
be the,
so.
the stud muffin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's enough fucking Redskins talk.
Yeah.
for the
Dude,
year.
That's enough for yeah.
Christ. That's
I-
enough.
that's-
We
I
need
don't-
to talk about some more in DC.
I don't know if you guys are as like into this as I am, but like, where is Tom Brady going?
Oh,
What's gonna
shit,
happen, man?
dog.
I'm like excited.
Dolphins.
About
Yeah,
this.
word on the
Dolphins.
street is he's fucking enrolling his kids in Nashville schools.
Would Tennessee take him?
Oh, with open
Yes.
arms, with open arms and open legs, bro.
I mean, who
Derrick
wouldn't,
Henry.
right?
Yeah, dude, I would take him. I would let him take me.
Are the Titans in the same division as the Ravens?
No,
Okay.
no.
Not about
Titans
that.
are AFC Central Ravens are AFC Central. Titans are AFC South.
Ah, okay. All right.
Do you think?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you
Man.
You
think?
think Dolphins?
TB.
You think Dolphins? He would go to. You think he would pull? Dude, that
That
would
would be
a
awesome.
Brett Favre
Dude.
move to go from the Patriots to the Dolphins.
That would be great to see.
That's Favre going from
Yep.
doing that bullshit,
That'd
going to
be
the Jets.
badass. Dude. That
It's
would
not
be
badass. That was
Dude,
terrible by
Flores,
Favre,
the
dude.
Dolphins.
No, that
coach?
wasn't badass. I'm talking about Brady. Dude.
Yeah, Brady doing it, but Favre, fuck that.
No,
move.
dude. If Brady went to an dude, fuck Favre. Okay. No. I didn't
Nah,
mean that.
no,
I didn't
I know.
mean that.
We all know what
Oh,
you're saying.
dude.
Hold
We know what
on.
you're saying.
Hold
We know
on.
what you're saying. We know what you're saying.
That's
okay,
not. That's
we
not
get
what I'm
you.
saying. Because
get
first,
you.
Favre went to the Jets It
Because
was
he had to.
innocent.
Because
Yeah.
he had to. He had to. He
Dude.
couldn't go to the Vikings right away. It was like in the contract.
Right.
So,
And
and then he went to
If-
the Vikings. Then I cried openly
but the
in public.
dude, that hurt. It hurt real bad.
Yeah.
It hurt real bad. I mean, he's the fucking greatest of all time. He just is. Okay.
Favre.
But we've talked before on the podcast about how shitty that division is. So if Brady went to a different team and possibly made them great, which that'd probably be tough to do in Miami. But what if he did go to, like, this has nothing to do with that division, but if he did go to the Browns, they have a pretty solid team. Don't you think there's some weapons there? Don't you think there's some tools that he could?
They got Odell Butthole Jr. terrible fucking locker room shithole. Let me get back to
Do you
this.
think they would ace David Carr? Bench David Carr
In
and
Oakland?
take him to Vegas.
Oh yeah,
To put some asses in the seats.
Of course,
Derek
Carr.
Carr?
Derek Carr, my
Course.
bad.
Of course,
Not David,
they
I'm
would.
sorry. I got
Dude, let's just get
got a
this
little
straight.
Paul Wall in my head.
Let's just pow wow, baby. Let's get this straight right now. There are 97% of teams in the NFL that would 86 their quarterback.
Wish
to
it was
take
wish it was the Packers.
Brady.
Yep. Yeah,
But-
I fucking said it.
Dude, but how? Let me get back to the Brady to the Dolphins take here.
All right, let's go back.
Because
Let's go back.
how great would that be for the rest of us fans? Because we could settle this whole: is it Belichick or is it Brady? Because then we would just have the battle right then and there in the division. Because Belichick will be coaching against Brady. Brady quarterbacking against Belichick. Is Brady gonna come out on top or is it Belichick?
What if they both went? Because we do know that their symbiotic relationship is
Creepy as
that,
fuck.
Well, it's almost exactly that of what is the Ninja Turtles? No, Krang, the brain.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Krang.
Krang, yeah,
Krang
yeah,
and
yeah.
what's the big guy's name?
I
That's
can't think
basically
about it
Brady
because
and
of
Belichick
that
right
one
there.
Instagram guy who posts those really creepy videos of those dudes. You ever watch those? But yeah, that is the same guys. Yeah.
Man, what if they...
We also know Tom Brady's a clone based on the movie or the show Living with Yourself on Netflix.
Dude,
You've watched
also...
that. It's a great show.
No,
With
but
Paul
I
Rudd.
don't...
It's hilarious.
I don't doubt that.
It's funny, so.
What if there was a huge glitch and the Patriots kept Tom Brady, but accidentally still traded clone Tom Brady to Miami? And we had 2 Tom Bradys in the same division.
Whoa. Here's another mind.
Then it would
A lot
be
of
like,
testosterone.
Then you could see Brady
That's
with
too much.
Belichick versus Brady without Belichick. Whoa. That'd be pretty dope.
You guys, I don't mean to blow your minds here, but we're already living in basically that alternate universe, and we're also kind of living basically an alternate universe / Mandela effect, because we watched Tom Brady play against Tom Brady because in week 17, Ryan Fitz Tom Brady beat Tom Brady. So Fitzpatrick is the Mandela effect of Tom Brady. He is what Tom Brady would have been had Tom Brady gone to the Dolphins. That's Ryan
crazy.
Fitzpatrick.
Oh.
Yeah, Ryan Fitzpatrick is the Mandela effect of kids will be remembering 30 years from now, they'll be remembering the Miami Dolphins as Tom Brady led the Miami Dolphins in a victory over the Patriots.
With Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fitzmagic is the Mandela effect.
So
of
you're
Tom Brady.
saying that Tom Brady, as much of a superhuman athlete as he is now, would actually... Belichick is holding him back to reaching his full potential.
Correct.
All he needs to do is move south and grow a beard.
Yeah, basically. And he might have already done that in the form of Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Right.
That might have already happened. So we might be already living that Mandela effect, the crossroads of 2 dimensions. That was week 17 of this year.
So the
crossroads of 2 dimensions.
It was just a simple multiverse collision.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So people will be remembering this
Simple.
Berenstein Bears style 30 years from now. They won't know who beat who when because it was like basically Tom Brady versus Tom Brady.
Damn, dude. That's nuts.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Jackson, that's what happens when you leave to go get a juice pouch halfway through the conversation.
Hey, this is the only thing we got.
Capri Suns, bro, man.
What? I don't know. It's okay to be hydrated. I'm just saying, you left the room, then we got a little crazy.
Yeah, then we got into a fucking weird interwebs of
what else is going down? What else is going down, guys?
what's popping.
There's a lot going down.
I know
Lay it on
you guys were both on your phones. I thought you were both making notes before we got started, and then I don't know. I think you guys were just on Instagram.
I was on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like I was basically just like Larry Johnson's pure fire at all times.
Yeah.
That's what my thought was. Like I was just like, God, this guy's
Pure
good.
fire.
So anyway. Yeah, I said okay, you don't have to call it out.
Wasn't calling it out. Okay.
But he is.
So yeah, we're assembling here for the Super Bowl tomorrow. We could possibly get a little pod rocking during the Super Bowl, but I don't know. I mean, what the hell else is going on?
We talked about some of the NFL awards about how
Yeah, you were pretty excited about that.
yeah, there was a couple of interesting ones. Well, Kyler Murray, Rookie of the Year, offensive. That was interesting. Bosa, Defensive Rookie of the Year. That was Comeback Player of the Year, Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah.
That might as well have been also given to Derrick Henry, because Ryan Tannehill was on the heels of.
I don't argue like maybe Devontae Parker would be a good pick for that.
He played hella good, man. Hella good. And then also Coach of the Year, John Harbaugh. I mean, he's Coach of the Year for basically saying, Lamar, you're our quarterback. You know?
I would almost say that. Okay. All right.
What do you think? Wow, what do you think?
Towards the end of the season, the Dolphins head coach Flores made a really nice last 5-game run. They had a good record the last half of the season, so I think next year he'll probably win Coach of the Year.
You think so?
Yeah.
Damn.
So, but I can't really argue with that, I guess.
Let's see what else we had. So we got Lamar. Got Michael Thomas as the wide receiver.
Of the year? Wide receiver of the year?
Yeah, he was wide receiver of the year.
Okay,
Michael Thomas, that's a
I like
no-brainer.
that. Yeah, no-brainer.
Stephen Gilmore, defense player of the year. We're talking about how it's tough to put a cornerback in that position because, you are really kind of not only a product of your system, but a product of your defensive line. Because you could be a shutdown QB or a cornerback, but it's just, dude, cornerback.
It's inconsistent.
always
It's
say-
always the rankings
Yeah.
and the cornerback always bounce around
and
year to year.
I'll always say cornerback is the toughest position in football.
Yep.
Because you're gonna get burnt a lot of the time, and they're gonna let you know what happened. But the few times where the best part of being a cornerback is not getting thrown at. You know what I mean? Like when you're when you're a good cornerback, you're not getting thrown at. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's kind of like, so if you're not part of the game, you're the best part of the game type of thing.
You'll thank me later.
Okay.
Is that so if you're not part of the game, you're the best part of the game?
Dude, it is tough. It's definitely a hard position to actually rank as what's a good corner and what's a overrated corner. Because you see I don't know, it's hard to Jalen Ramsey had a great rookie season and second year season, but now look at him, he had a really bad last year.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
They
then
kind of do it, yeah.
But if it's the same thing, if you're so as a cornerback, if you say you rely on your safety coverage over the top, and your safety fucks up, you look like an idiot.
You see, Darrelle Revis called out Richard Sherman, and he said he doesn't want Darrelle Revis kind of exposed Richard Sherman and saying he doesn't want to take actual 1v1 matchups. He's only taking matchups where he has safety coverage over top.
Yeah. And only on the one side. Always just that one side.
Yeah.
Always.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think cornerback is a skewed position for sure. I think it should really only be basically a linebacker, D-line kind of thing. I would even go as far as safety versus cornerback.
Yep.
Because the safeties are really the valves. If the safety can either fuck a cornerback or save a cornerback. If the safety misses, cornerback misses. If the safety saves, the cornerback saves.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, this is coming from a guy who has limited playing time in structured football, but I just think cornerbacks are, if you can knock a guy off his route right away, you're good to go. Call it good.
Dustin, give yourself a little more credit here. Vince Lombardi once coached a high school basketball team to a championship just by reading a fucking book on how the game is played.
Are you serious?
Really?
Dead serious. Yeah, dude.
That is the most quality stuff.
Dude, you don't have to be a player to make dope observations. Sometimes the power is in the eagle-eye observer.
Yeah, kind of a different, a little bit of different eye, Sometimes some guys are too close.
Right.
Yeah, new influence.
Dude, isn't that the best part of, I know I'm kind of shifting gears here, but to me, that's the best reason. Dude, you go to I guess you could say the same thing with football. Why our perspective on football. Actually, this is exactly what you're talking about. So I'm not shifting gears. If you're a player, each player on the field has a specific perspective on how they see the game. Right, a cornerback is seeing it way different than a linebacker. And, every offense, same thing. But us as fans see the game in a way that is impossible to be seen as a player. We are seeing it from up above. And you can see... Actually, sometimes you almost wish you had... Sometimes I wish we could watch a football game from that overhead cam the entire time.
Oh, yeah, for sure. One of the best games was that game. It was the Patriots-Jets a few years ago where the fireworks got all fucked up and there was tons of smoke on the ground. So they had to do it from the overhead trolling cam for the rest of the Monday night game.
What I'm talking about.
Second half. Yeah, the overhead cam. So they do the whole game from that, and it was like, oh shit, this is dope. Like, they also do the whole game from that.
Dude, that would be
cool
so cool. Why can't
it's like playing Madden, dude?
Right.
It's like
you can change your cameras.
Nobody plays Madden from first person view unless you're a psycho.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
it's so hard. It's so hard.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
It's no different. You translate that literally to real life.
Yeah.
And that's where it's hardest. It's first person view, literally being there.
Right.
You know, because it's really hard. So that's why we all choose to do the overhead view where you can see everything that's going on, which is impossible.
Right.
You know?
But yeah, that you can see shit developing. Yeah, I guess that is the Madden cam, right? That is that the
overhead.
trolling cam.
Yep.
Yeah. So same reason, like you go to a hockey game or like even watching hockey on TV, you got that same perspective. But
Yeah.
if you go to a hockey game live, what's the better seat? In the fucking nosebleeds where you can see everything, see plays develop, see where dudes are. You almost are in their mind. Or on the fucking glass where it's like cloud. You can't see shit.
Glass is purely for the 2 times that somebody's going to get checked into it, and that's it. You can pound on it.
Yeah.
And even when you pound on it, you're a fucking douchebag. So.
Right. I was going to say, it's for the simpletons.
Yep.
Sit on the glass. Brag about your close seats.
glass
like,
seats, yeah,
I'll be up on the top with the rest of the fans. Okay?
Right. Breaking down those fucking blue line passes, those fucking solid entries.
Unless, of course, you can be right behind the bench so you can get a good whiff of those bros.
Oh, there is nothing worse than a nice hockey bench fucking stench.
Yeah, it's terrible. But
Yeah, it's true. Like it's.
But
it's
yeah,
crazy.
you don't have to be
The video game view is what really you want to see. You know, you don't want to be that first person view.
So I guess by that same logic, what I just said could be instantly called out
Disputed.
and debunked by any player that's like, yeah, you think it's pretty fucking easy
right,
from
right.
way up there?
Agreed.
We come down. Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. Totally agreed. Would say the same thing, which is why I would say like for cornerback, definitely hardest position in sports because you literally have to keep up with the fastest player on the field, not knowing where he's gonna go, and you have to guess where he's gonna go, and if you guess wrong, you got to catch the fuck up with them and try and defend him, and you're not going to. 7 times out of 10, everybody's okay with. It's no different than in baseball where everybody's like, you're not gonna hit this fucking ball. Definitely 7 times out of 10.
Yeah.
And if you hit it over 7 times out of 10, you're a fucking, or 3 times out of 10, you're a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
So if you're hitting over 30%, you're a fucking Hall of Famer.
But if you hit it 2.5 times out of 10, you're not a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, right. Yeah. That little
Yeah.
fucking, that little bit. Yeah. But where else in sports can you be successful 30% of the time and be a $100 million player?
Mm-hmm.
Is baseball and a cornerback in football.
Was
Because
Shaq over 30% from the free throw line?
Fuck. That's he might have been. Yeah, he might have
Hall
been.
of Famer.
It's great. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's a great. Yeah. Fuck, man. But yeah, you think about it. Like if a quarterback completed 30% of his passes, he ain't making out of preseason game 1. Like, it's probably the first snap.
I could complete 30% of my passes in the NFL.
And I realize it's all relative, but it's still, I think it's just funny to compare, like how the percentage of success you need to be good at one sport versus the other. I still think cornerback in the NFL and hitting a baseball, the 2 hardest things in professional. Well, and everything in hockey.
Everything.
3 hardest
okay.
things in professional.
All right. Yeah.
We all
Everything
agree.
in hockey.
We all agree.
Hockey
Hockey is
easily
perfect.
the best. Yeah. Hockey is grace on ice, and then everything else is.
But that is
second.
what's crazy about you could be, dude. What if this probably has happened? What if you're kind of like a shitty cornerback and you like barely made the team, but you just like
No one throws your way. Or
no one ever
like,
threw your way. That's
You
what I was
just
gonna
happen to
say.
be in the
though.
right
Yeah.
place, right time.
Yeah, it's like you fucked up every single time, but just they weren't looking on that play,
dude.
I guarantee it's happened. I guarantee there's been dudes
Josh
that probably
Norman.
spent 9 years.
Well, because
in the
how many games we watched, we're like, why the fuck didn't you throw it to that guy? He's
Yeah.
wide open.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the cornerback's like, woo!
league. Yeah, dude.
Woo! They're looking at each other like, woo! Got away with that one. And yeah, you're just that guy because, dude, there's been people who have stumbled their way like that through professional, like business life, like just been right place, right time.
Yeah.
Like just have him fucked up or fucked up and then just blame the wrong. You know, because also as a cornerback, if you get burnt, you can just kind of point your safety and be like, "The fuck," you know, like, "Oh, what the fuck, man."
Dude, does this all come back to my like all-time favorite football player of all time, Matt Flynn? He like struck gold twice with 2 just impeccable performances. Got a guaranteed $15 million, and then just shit the bed and like just all right. Oh,
Or also Phillip Rivers because he just blames everybody for all of his problems.
yeah, he's a
Fuck
fucking
that guy.
baby.
Except for just dumping loads.
Yeah, he hits his mark on that.
Zero
Dude, this was
interceptions.
pun
this was
intended.
Zero interceptions.
this actually kind of leads into something that I wanted to talk about, which is old news. Are we okay with this?
Yeah, can we just delete the last like 30 minutes?
No, it's been all gold, as gold as fucking Joe Montana's shape-ups.
We'll talk about Joe Montana anymore.
All right, dude.
He's Illuminati.
Let's talk about Andrew Luck and Arian Foster, 2 dudes that just like walked away from the game with shitloads of cash, saying, "Why would I do this to myself?" Now, I never watched this, but a dude that was in the shop the other day, we started talking about this, and I never watched Andrew Luck's like kind of press conference on his exit, but I guess he did say things. He's like, what? Because he's like a smart dude, you know.
Yeah,
he's a super smart dude.
Stanford dude.
Right.
I mean,
He's like, for what reason? Like, you know, I've made some good money. I had a good time, but like, for what reason would I subject myself to, you know, like injury and stuff for the? What is he doing?
that's the Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For what reason would for what possible reason would a sane person consider?
But I'm just saying, the guy like was the NFL in fear of like a mass exit of people listening to him and being like, yeah, I got all this money, like fuck this, I'm not gonna kill myself. The numbers are there because dude, this goes back to Aaron Hernandez and like brain injuries and all this shit, dude. It is there. Yeah. The numbers are there. The science is there for it.
We need to mention Aaron Hernandez real quick about how the CTE was there. There was a 4-hour documentary, and then the last 9 minutes, for 3.5 hours, they said, but he's gay, so he killed some guys because he's gay. And then the last 9 minutes, they're like, oh, also, here's his CT scan, and his brain's super fucked, but he's gay, so he killed these guys.
What? Yeah.
So okay. So when you watch the
Was
Netflix
that-
documentary, fuck Netflix and fuck their propaganda. Aaron Hernandez had problems. Not all of them caused by football, but he did have fucking brain damage.
Right. That
fuck
documentary
Netflix.
also funded by Sabra Hummus.
Yes.
But yeah, they were like, here we have a brain scan of a gay man, and we have Aaron Hernandez's brain scan. You see the correlation between the two? Of course you do, because it's the same scan.
Yeah, he's gay. Of course he murdered people.
That was the point they tried to hammer home, is that all homosexual men are murderers?
They're all violent murderers. If you're not openly homosexual, then you've got violent problems because you're hiding your homosexuality.
If you're a Super Bowl caliber fucking football player,
Borderline-
and you're
borderline
also homosexual, not only are you Aaron Hernandez, but you're also a murderer,
You're a murderer.
cold-blooded murderer.
White power.
Condoleezza Rice.
Condoleezza Rice.
But anyways, the Andrew, I thought this was, which I know this is, dude, it's been like what, 3 years, 2 years? How long has it been? 4 years
Since
Andrew Luck left the league. But
last year,
Beginning of this year, yeah. 4 years ago, you fucking got drafted. You fucking.
it was literally like.
I was quizzing you guys.
It was like 2 weeks into this year. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So as being a part
Let's not
of
split hairs.
having been a part of a large corporation where you're just another cog in the machine. I don't think they're too concerned about what he said. I think a little bit of what he said was concerning. But, you know, Chris Borland did the same thing. He was featured in the Aaron Hernandez documentary.
Yes,
the
actually,
former Wisconsin linebacker,
that
San
name came up
Francisco.
in the same conversation.
He was an All-Pro rookie year, and after his rookie year, he bounced and he said, "Fuck this." And I thought that was gonna trigger some things, and I think he thought the same thing, and it just. They move on because they will find
see it happen. I want to see it happen.
They will find, and it's no different than what I saw in the job that I'm leaving right now.
They'll find
they
the
will
scabs.
find another motherfucker.
Yep.
They will find somebody else to do it.
Dude, there's
Even
always
though
a new
you
class of people coming in.
Yeah, they'll find
Yep.
somebody else to do the same thing. As much as you know or you think you're vital to the system, they will find somebody else and they'll plug it in. It might not be as smooth, but they will plug somebody else in, man.
Well, dude,
and it's
and
gonna
that's-
happen. And
isn't-
that's how those big corporations work, bro.
Andrew Luck said the same. Didn't he say the same thing? He's like, it doesn't, like, these people don't care about me. He's like,
he got booed off.
Yeah, exactly. He said the same people that they're praising my name one week, and then the next week they're like threatening to kill me. And he's like, you know what? He's like, Indianapolis is like a fucking failing city. It's like one of the poorest cities in America.
Dude, he got
and
booed
Lucas,
off of his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Dude, he's like Lucas Oil Stadium, this gigantic monstrosity in the middle of the city, and these taxpayers will continue to pay for it. Dude, this poor city is going to pay for this fuck.
I thought I
Dude,
watched it. Maybe I didn't watch
He
this.
got
Holy
deep on
shit.
all this shit, dude.
Holy
and it's
shit.
like, so 4 years ago when he was talking about all this, man, when he left the league,
That had to have been at least 12 years ago by now, right?
I think so,
At this
yeah.
rate?
how long have
Fuck,
we been
man.
talking?
Yeah,
Damn.
shit.
Yeah.
Dude, so he got booed off, huh?
Yeah,
Dude,
booed
but
off.
you could. It's no different than, holy fuck, man. It's no different than college. You got loyal college fans. They don't give a fuck who's coming in, who's
Well, I was
coming
just
out.
like,
They're
well, that's-
fans of the team.
they
So it doesn't
contributed
matter
that-
who's wearing the uniform. People are going to be fans of the team.
Well-
Dude, what if there was a mass exit of NFL players? Who fucking cares? Play a season and get out, dude. Get your money and get out.
That's why-
Right, Dustin? Power to the people.
Yeah! That's why I say if we fucking boycott one game, we'll change it all for everybody.
We will all be here tomorrow,
Oh,
same
change
time,
it all
watching
for-
the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Super Bowl, we love it! Yeah, football!
But seriously, man. And then, I don't
God
know, man.
damn it, if we could all just stick together.
But Arian Foster said the same shit, dude. When Arian Foster was on Rogan, did you listen to that, man? I
No,
thought, dude,
didn't
oh,
he?
it was
Probably
great.
stealing all my ideas.
You got to listen to Arian Foster on Joe Rogan. That was probably like, I don't know, probably somewhere around 1997.
Shit, I can't say I have that.
Just kidding. No, it was a while ago.
I
It's an
can't.
old
I
episode.
can't take John's
Dig-
time for any timing on anything. At this
dig
point,
back.
97. It was like 2 months ago.
Dig back 2 hours ago to when Arian Foster was on Joe Rogan
In
No,
97.
You got to find it because listening to him talk about it, dude, and he was incredible.
Was that
And
when he was
just-
talking about like at playing at Tennessee and like fighting for tacos and shit?
Yes, but when he talked about, he did touch on that, but also just when he started talking about, he's like one day like. He's like, I'm wearing this uniform. I'm on the sidelines. He's obviously a competitive guy. He was a phenom. He was
Stud.
yeah.
Fantasy.
He's like-
stud muffin for 2
He-
years.
he
no
said-
doubt. Number one.
He's like, it just got to this point where all of a sudden I had this epiphany one game where I had this like out of body experience, like looking around the stadium, thinking all these people like paid all this money to watch me play a game I really don't care about.
Could have
And
told.
he
His
didn't
could have
say-
told his fantasy owners about that
Dude.
fucking epiphany. Christ.
Yeah, no shit,
Oh.
dude. So
What an
holy
asshole.
deja vu. Or
Yeah,
we
I
talked
owned
about
him.
this
I
before.
owned him one time.
Did we
I
talk about this? Did we talk
Owned
about
him.
this on
We
Carb
did
City?
talk about this. Yeah,
Oh,
we did
okay.
talk about this. But I owned him at one time. Think about that. I owned him.
He didn't like it.
He didn't like me
He
owning
was like,
him.
and,
Fantasy.
and for
Own
those,
your ass,
and for all
bitch.
these reasons, I'm walking away. Fuck you, doesn't it?
So be it. Tell me about next.
But anyways, just saying, it's like, why didn't anybody listen to that guy? Why wasn't there some mass exit when that happened? Why wasn't there like a fucking Jerry Maguire moment where people were like, You know, why didn't Arian Foster do it? Why didn't he do? Who's coming with me?
I have a
Who's
fantastic,
coming with me? Why didn't he do it?
a
Why didn't
fantastic,
people go with him?
a fantastic answer for you there, and a
All
real
right.
life example.
Okay.
You know, at work we had a couple of guys leave work, and they went through some exit interviews, and they told me after their exit interviews, they told me what they said, and I said, "Oh shit, that's fucking deep stuff. Like, I'm about to see some changes going on here." A couple months went by and didn't hear anything from those exit interviews. So guess what? Figured out that, oh shit, it doesn't matter what the individual thinks. It's only about the big fucking machine, man. It's no fucking different, bro. No different, man. You think you matter, and you do matter in a tiny aspect, but you don't fucking matter in the grand scheme of things. So that's where it goes.
Because bottom line is, you're replaceable.
Yep. You are eventually replaceable, and you know who doesn't suffer is the person making the decision that you're replaceable. That's not the person that has to work the extra hours. That's not the person that has to put in the time training new people. They don't have to do that stuff. It's no different for sports or for real life. That CEO, anybody, they don't have to put in all that extra work. It's
That's
the
because
people on
they're
the
not
front lines.
replaceable.
They're the ones that shouldn't even be around.
Okay.
The CEOs shouldn't even fucking be there, bro. CEO is a stupid ass position.
They're okay at the top. At the top levels, well, I think what Dustin is saying is we're talking about
make yourself so you're not replaceable.
well,
Do something different. Where you cannot be
you can
replaced.
look at
It
you can
doesn't
look at
really
you can look
matter,
at it
though.
like that. You can look at it like that. Yeah. No, I understand what you're saying. I
but
understand what you're
the
saying.
game inside the game of the NFL, we are football fans, right? We're
Yeah.
football fans. We're not NFL fans like Rob Lowe. Rob Lowe, big football fan. You guys saw him with his NFL hat on, right? Come
NFL
on.
fan.
You guys know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
There you go.
Great fan.
We're football fans. What Dustin's saying is that it's the game. It's the game inside. Football is the game inside the game.
Yeah,
What
they're all
these
just
teams-
pawns.
Well, no, these teams. What are they really there to do? They're
Make
there
money.
to make money, sell tickets, sell advertising. You know. So the CEOs, which I mean, it is important. That's what pushes the game. You know, of course. But like Dustin's whole point, the campaign he's running is go watch a fucking high school team or something, or maybe not. I don't know. Man.
No,
It
what
gets
I'm
so
what I'm
messy.
trying to what
I
I'm
don't-
trying to no what I'm trying to say is that I don't. You could be a great
that sounded
offensive.
really
you could be
creepy,
a no.
didn't
You
it?
could be a
Yeah.
great offensive lineman, but your ass could get replaced, no problem. Like you could think you're indispensable.
Well, yeah, dude. The next guy's already on deck.
Right.
There's tons of them.
Right. So that's what I'm saying when people think they're like indispensable. Like you're that in a system like the NFL, like a lot of places, you're just a fucking cog in the system, man. So the only people who think they're indispensable and make themselves indispensable are the fucking CEOs, even though they are usually dispensable because they usually make shit decisions. So all I'm saying is as indispensable as you think you are, you're not. And what we were talking about is when you said that they were talking about like guys leaving early and like why didn't everybody follow through with that? I said we had guys leave a job, a good job, and they said why they left, and nobody responded to it. So it's no different. Like I've literally been through it, you know, like I've been through.
They let good employees walk out the door and still did nothing.
Didn't
to
change.
change.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
These are guys
and then
walked out on principle and still.
and then because I saw that they didn't change it, then I fucking bounced.
You said, "Am I gonna spin my wheels here?
Fuck that,
Not one
motherfucker.
day
I'm out.
longer."
I'm out this bitch.
And I'm super happy for you, man. I'm
Thank
super
you.
stoked.
Thank you.
I talked to your boy. Talked to our boy. Sounds super happy over there, man.
Yeah.
New spot.
Super happy. Super
It's great.
stoked. Super stoked.
I'm excited for you. Yeah, dude. It's
So it's just
crazy.
one of those
I'm just
thi-
saying,
yeah.
it's like you're not talking about like piece of shit, irrelevant players. You got like, dude, Andrew Luck was a bit of a golden boy. Like, you know, like everybody kind of got behind that guy a little bit. He was exciting to watch, you know.
Got a great example for it. Okay, so once Andrew Luck retired, did Indy go out and get the best offensive line they could get? Yes or no?
Yeah.
No, they did not.
I don't know. Did they? Did they?
Yeah,
Because
Quentin Nelson.
is that kind of why Andrew Luck is gone now? Because they kind of had a shit offensive line in front of them?
Mm-hmm.
So did they change the game for the next guy coming in?
Nope.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of a right there.
Yeah.
That's right fucking there. They're not gonna go ahead and be like, we had what could have been the next Peyton Manning, because Andrew Luck was on his way.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Luck was gonna be,
He was.
and if you're not gonna change what you do to save an Andrew Luck, are you gonna ever fucking change? So you think Jacoby Brissett walks in thinking he's gonna get the offensive line he needs to be successful? Fuck no, man. If Andrew Luck bounces because they won't pay a couple of fucking hog mollies, a couple extra fucking $1 million a year to keep this Hall of Fame quarterback for 5 years, they would have kept this guy for at least 5 years. T.Y. Hilton, fucking they have like 3 legitimate running backs. They have a couple of tight ends. Dude, they have an offense that actually was not that far away from being competitive in the AFC Central this year.
Yeah, Andrew Luck was probably. Would you agree that he was probably the best quarterback prospect of the last decade?
Definitely.
I would
1000%
agree. I would agree too.
And
I would agree.
And they wouldn't pay the extra money to lock in. Why wouldn't you lock in every free agent lineman and just say, here's a brick fucking wall, now chuck it. Now don't worry about anything. Just fucking hoist it.
Exactly.
But this
why,
is a-
why
Why
didn't
would you
they
do that?
Yeah.
This is a man of principle, though. That might not have changed his mind. He might have just been there for the cash, and is just walking away to save.
No, because
his fucking
he
brand.
suffered injuries because of the
Yeah.
shit that
He was
because
out.
he
Oh yeah.
because
But I'm
of
saying-
the lack of protection that he went through.
But the damage has been done. So
Right.
he still would just walk away, right?
So
I mean,
so what I'm saying is, so like kind of bringing this full circle is, so as a good CEO, you
Oh,
say
for the
you
next
say
guy.
we had literally the best player at the best position, at the most important position for this fucking team, and we failed him. How did we fail him? We didn't protect him. So how do we protect him? We sign offensive linemen. Did they sign offensive linemen? Fucking no. So can you say like any of it matters? If this guy leaves because they let him get injured, because by not signing linemen, they let him get injured.
yeah.
If you say, I'm not going to sign offensive linemen because I don't think protecting you is that important, they're letting him get injured.
Right.
So he bounces. He's like, fuck you, I'm retiring. And then if he retires and they say, oh shit, we should probably sign more offensive linemen, then that's a change. But they
Right.
didn't. So that's like them saying, don't matter. That's no different. That's everyday business life.
Yeah.
That because they don't give a fuck about because it's next man up. Oh, guess what? Jacoby Brissett threw a couple of fucking touchdown passes to T.Y. Hilton. So fuck you, Andrew Luck. We're done.
Dude.
That's fucking art imitating life, man.
Dude, and you brought up Peyton Manning, and like that might be every quarterback's biggest fear is becoming the next Peyton Manning, because the way that guy is still relevant in like pop culture for all the ads he's doing and stuff, but they're painting him and the role he's playing is like a guy who's like mentally handicapped.
Yeah.
Like he's stupid,
and
I have a sense of humor. Don't get me wrong. I think he's funny, but it's like, isn't it funny that they're like painting him out to be this? The guy,
he's that southern boy who's kind of
Right.
like just fucking
And he-
kind
and
of dumb.
in
Forrest
these-
Gump. He's
Yeah.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah,
he's
dude.
Forrest fucking
Yeah.
Gump.
in these commercials, he operates as if he's like not running on all cylinders.
He's
Like,
got that
you know?
Progressive commercial where he creates a railroad town, and he's got fucking life stories for every individual person in that railroad
like
town.
he's- like
And
he's
Brad
going
Paisley
crazy.
looks at him like he's fucking retarded.
Yeah.
Because Peyton Manning is our Forrest Gump.
Right, dude.
And you know why he's our
That's
Forrest
what I'm
Gump?
saying.
You know why he's our Forrest Gump? Because the Indianapolis Colts didn't fucking sign offensive linemen, and they let him get fucking hammered on. And he only survived because he was that good.
Or maybe he just went to. Maybe. Where did he end his
Crowley.
career?
Denver.
Denver.
Yeah.
Where was the first state to legalize pot? Colorado.
I'd say Colorado.
Maybe this is all propaganda against the legalization of marijuana. Look at Peyton over here. He's a simple man now. He used to be an intelligent NFL quarterback. Now he's building railroad towns with Brad Paisley.
Look at this Tennessean-born, Indiana-bred retard. He's coming over to Denver. He's looking okay, huh?
He's like Simple Jack. Call him Simple Peyton.
Don't nobody go full retard. Ain't no coming back from that.
Fuck. Dude, did you listen to Robert Downey Jr. on Rogan? He addressed that whole
Dude, he was spot on. That role will never be reprised.
I rather enjoyed that. That was a great podcast.
I thought it was great too. Yeah.
Anywho, yeah, dude, that's. I'm glad we got to go off on that a little bit.
Yeah,
There it is. But dude, I think you had Arian Foster, Andrew Luck. Is there anybody else? Like, did anybody else walk away? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you, dude? If you got the Jackson, what's your? Are you feeling me? Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
What are you saying?
Do you think if you're like I realize like these are cream of the crop athletes, right? I mean, it takes a lot to get to that level. So if you do get to that level, you get a guaranteed contract. You get guaranteed money. Enough money to set up your bloodline for generations. Are you maybe that's not what the team wants, that's not what your fans want, but it is in your best interest to take the money and run. Bail out.
No, it isn't. It isn't in
Why
your
not?
best interest. If you want to set up your bloodline, obviously you're gonna want to just. I mean, you can run the brain out, and you'll make a ton of money over.
Okay,
we'll
we're
make
talking.
those
Let's say you were guaranteed $12 million.
Yeah.
You got a guaranteed $12 million.
Okay.
Are you going to continue to play the game? Risk. We're taking CTE, these brain injuries, into account here. Wouldn't it be in your personal best interest? So you already have the guaranteed money, so you're already setting up generations.
$12
Wouldn't
million
it be-
isn't gonna set up. It's not a crazy amount of money. Would you say?
What the fuck are you talking? Are you serious?
I
If that's what you think. You know what, Jackson? I have failed you as a father. I am
Okay, I'm
sorry because
$12 million's gonna set like. It's not gonna set like for generations. And you think 12 million?
Yes.
Will set generations.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah, I think it could. I don't know. What kind of lifestyle are you thinking they're gonna live?
I'm not sure. I mean, okay.
If you you're a smart guy. You're investment wise. You don't think $12 million could be a good fucking head start on? Anyways,
Well, if you played it smart, but none of these players actually play it smart, so they don't
Okay,
like. If
fair enough.
None of them have an
All right,
investment
I'm
mind.
okay,
so
let's say it's you. Let's say it's you. So you're just
they don't.
saying.
They'd like to blow
Okay,
money. I don't understand.
Okay, so no, actually, you know what?
They play
That's
a
your
game. They
take?
play football. It's a game that
right.
you have to be like a.
Okay.
It's a different mindset.
I totally understand and respect your take. Your
Okay.
take is
These aren't Jordan Belfort fucking running backs.
Okay, but you're telling me so basically, Jackson, what you're telling me is you're like, Dad, listen to me. You're talking about football players. These guys are morons. They're gonna blow that $12 million in 6 days.
Yeah,
Why would they walk away?
Because they want to be the best in everything, so they're gonna blow all their money on dumb shit to try to be the best at everything. So
I think you might be right.
yeah,
I respect that. I think you might be absolutely right. But okay, now let's talk about in the specific case of Andrew Luck. The way he justified it. Do you support that or you completely disagree?
I support it. It's his life, so he can step away whenever he wants.
What would you
He
do?
doesn't have an obligation towards anyone.
What would you do?
besides himself? What would I do if I was Andrew Luck?
Yeah.
I would step away. I have enough money.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you agree and disagree with that? Yeah.
That was mad contract. He got a mad contract.
Yeah, he
before
did.
he
Yeah,
walked
he had
away.
a huge contract.
So he didn't get it
he
wasn't
signed the contract and then he stepped away, right?
So,
That's what he did.
Yeah. So they did.
Yeah.
But they had to.
That
yeah.
is awesome, dude.
Yeah,
So,
he did.
but-
That was the same year, right?
But
Like-
the Colts had the option to super fuck them, but the Colts in a surprising turn of events, the Colts took the high road and actually paid him. They could have taken at least $20 million away from him, but they paid him that $20 million. So they gave him $20 million. They didn't
like
have
petty,
to. Yeah, like
all the,
yeah.
all
So
they put him through.
he would have walked away with about $20 million of a signing bonus, but they gave him
Let me
another
see his,
20
uh,
out of it. Like it was actually a very surprising move by an NFL franchise, but he had already made them. It was a smart move by the Colts because if they would have fucked them, it would have screwed them. It would have screwed the Colts over long term, big time. So the extra money that they gave him in the end, because they could have been like. Yeah, so it was smart by them, but I don't
Dude,
blame Luck. I don't blame Luck. He took a fucking pounding, man.
Right, dude.
He made
And I'm
$40 million. That's what
I'm
that
sure I'm sure that decision was made with a very heavy heart. I'm sure it was.
Yeah,
Because, dude, you can't say the guy's not a competitor. He was probably just like,
you don't get to be a professional quarterback here without being a competitor.
eggplant by the time I'm 40.
Yeah,
I'm out of here.
you don't get to be a professional NFL quarterback without being a competitor. So obviously he had. I mean, unless you're Jay Cutler, because Jay Cutler doesn't have a competitive bone in his fucking body. Fuck that guy.
No, man.
that
we
guy.
love him. We love
That
him.
guy's
We'd
the-
love to share a smoke with Jay Cutler.
I would smoke a fucking pack. I would smoke a carton of smokes with that motherfucker, but he is not. And you know what? I would do it, and I would smoke 3 packs to his 1 because that guy is just not competitive at all. Man.
I
Fuck
admire
that
how
guy.
much he doesn't care.
Dude.
Yeah, I love that take.
Dude, his exit from Denver, just giving the fucking fans the big old bird.
Dude, he is the worst. And then I just see Kristen Cavallari photos, and I'm like, Jay Cutler is going to town on that. Fuck you, bro.
Dude. I'm glad this was a good segue, because I was going to ask you guys where and when and what activity would you most likely or what would you most like to do while sharing a smoke with Jay Cutler? Dustin, go.
Riding on a treadmill in the most clutch situation of my work job, like my regular work day. So like if I had to come up with like a spreadsheet and I didn't have it done, but it was like super important. It was due. And I was in like a meeting with like a bunch of people, and they're like, Dustin, you got that spreadsheet due? And I just like kind of fucking roll over a little bit and then just pretend to be injured and then hop on a treadmill and be like, can't. And then me and Jay just fucking pop a couple of grits, ride a treadmill.
Great answer.
During the whole fucking rest of but we're going to stay in there for the whole. So like the meeting is only a quarter of the way done.
Dude,
we'll stay in there for the whole rest of the thing, dude.
This is total Berenstein.
That's off the top.
Dude, I love it. This is total Berenstein Bears Mandela effect, whatever shit, but I think everybody remembers that Packers Bears NFC Championship game when you did see him on the bike. Did he or did he not have a smoke in his mouth? Jackson, did he or didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
He did. He had to have.
Yeah,
that's the way I remember it.
It's real. It's
Jackson,
real.
where and when and what activity would you most like?
I can't beat Dustin, so no, I don't even know.
That's simply just the most appropriate response.
Yeah, that's
so
the
I think
best
we all
answer,
agree
I
that that's
think.
just
It
It is the
where
most
we
real
don't-
life. It's the most real life response to that because that really is. I mean, we're talking NFC Championship, motherfucker.
Right.
Like this doesn't get.
Against the oldest. That's the oldest rivalry in the fucking game.
It is like,
And this is possibly like once in a lifetime. Like you will never get this opportunity again.
dude, you seriously, if you know your fan base, if you even know a little bit of your fan base, you're playing that game with a goddamn broken leg. A la fucking like,
A la RG3.
yeah, dude, you are going in there like because you don't want to fucking, and I guess like, I guess he showed like, because I would say like you don't want to show your face back in Chicago again, and he didn't. So I guess you got that going for you. But fuck, man, like I wouldn't have intramural basketball in high school. I wouldn't have punked out to a team lower than us. Like, but this fucking guy is out here riding a treadmill. Packers, Bears, like NFC Championship. Fuck that. That's ultimate. And yet,
I do believe it was a stationary bike, but
yeah, and yet the Miami Dolphins still managed to pay him $10 million to come back and play for what, 2 games? Fuck that. Fuck.
he said, "Don't mind if I do."
And he contemplated it. He didn't even take it right away. Fuck this guy, man. God, why dude, did you know that the Dolphins were paying Ryan Tannehill $15 million during his Tennessee Titans run?
Oh,
While the Titans were paying $2 million of his contract.
I saw that, yeah.
So the Miami Dolphins almost funded a Super Bowl quarterback for another team. If Tannehill would have won the Super Bowl, they would have been the ones that paid his salary to win the Super Bowl.
That's
It's next level.
Damn.
oh my, that's
That sounds like Brock Osweiler shit, but backfiring. Remember when the Broncos were like,
oh yeah, that was
or the
crazy.
Texans
That
were
was
like,
crazy.
take this
Yeah.
motherfucker. Like, or it was Broncos,
Dude,
Texans, and they were like, fucking take this guy.
Osweiler went to the Texans, right?
Yeah, from the Broncos.
That was before Deshaun Watson was drafted,
Correct,
right?
correct.
Yeah.
And they're like, we'll still pay. And they paid him like $44 million.
Like
And
guaranteed.
they're like, dude, we'll pay like $40 million. Just take the motherfucker. Take him. Dude, but he still got $40 million.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Matt Flynn job right there. Yeah.
Dude.
No, but he didn't even have the numbers to back up.
Yeah. What
he didn't
was
even have
that?
the Matt Flynn numbers to back it
why
up.
did he get signed?
Dude, it was based on that he was 6'7" and can throw a ball.
Paxton Lynch is like 7 foot.
Right,
And
dude.
he
It was,
was-
dude. There is, we can all agree right now, the worst quarterback fucking scout ever is John Elway. John Elway is the worst quarterback scout in the world, and I don't know why people don't understand. Michael Jordan was never a coach for a reason, because if you're crazy talented, you don't know how to coach people, because you can't just say, hey, just go do it really good. You know, you can't just fucking go out and say, Wayne Gretzky failed as a fucking coach. Failed. Was terrible. Because if you're super talented, it's not easy to get on somebody's level who's struggling and trying to succeed. Because you're like, well, I just kind of fucking like did it, and I had like the hand-eye thing, and I was just
like,
really good.
I ain't bringing no fuckers in here and gonna touch my legacy.
That too.
Yeah.
I want this. I
That
want
too.
this all
That- also that
myself.
too.
He's
Also
too
that.
close to the game.
That's probably a thing as well. But dude,
Dude,
talented
is.
players make the worst coaches, because if it just came naturally to you, you can't fucking teach that, dude.
What do you mean,
can't
dude?
teach
Yeah,
that.
Gretzky is a coach. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right, dude. That would be pure hell. It's like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't know what to do? You fucking score the goal.
Just score 210 points in a season. Just go fucking do it.
I did it.
Fuck.
What do you? Don't tell me it can't be done. I did it.
I did it. Yeah. Try it. Try me. Try me. Let's go. Let's fucking do it right now. I'll fucking embarrass you in front of your whole team. Fuck you. Like, you know, like that's why best players make the worst coaches, and the grinders make the best coaches, because they fucking fought hard and they figured it out.
Dude,
So
do you think Gretzky just delivered like fucking fire ass Bruce Boudreaux type speeches in the locker
definitely.
room every game?
no,
Like,
I assume.
hey, come and sit down for a second.
I gotta assume. You know why? You know why Gretzky fails as a coach? And I'm gonna bring this to you. This is a full on hot take, just released. Gretzky brought Paulina into the locker room and said, if you guys win, she's yours. And they just couldn't handle it.
That's fucked.
Or he didn't, and that's why they didn't win. How about that? He should have. That's not well received. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That was a.
I guess she would have been kind of young at the time. That's my bad. That's on me. That's my bad. Fuck that.
Let's check those.
Dude, she's hot as fuck though.
Let's check those Lolita Express flight logs for a @Dustin_lamp.
We're gonna cut it over there. Shit. Yeah.
Paulina, she's a sweet gal.
Yeah.
He didn't mean what he said.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
Yeah. That's on me. That's on me. Damn it. That
Wayne,
joke.
don't take any offense.
That joke did not land, Wayne. That
Robin?
joke did not land. Joke didn't land like the Lolita Express landed 26 times carrying Bill Clinton on the fucking over to Epstein Island.
Oh, don't try to shift
Deflecting.
the
I'm
shame.
deflecting.
Yeah.
I'm deflecting.
We all know you sat on Bill Clinton's lap 26 times, which actually, Dustin, that would paint you as a victim since you would have been way too young.
Correct. Yeah, I would have been a big time victim.
Willing, but still a victim.
Yeah, I thought a willing victim. I mean, I just thought when Bill said he came up with the crime bill, I just thought he was down to clown, man. I don't know.
Dude, back to symbolism and allegiance. That they were talking about it again, man. We can't let the Epstein shit
Much time we
die,
got
dude. We're gonna be closing this out in a minute. We got 20 minutes left on the clock.
Oh, okay, cool.
But
Good.
dude, that Bill Clinton painting that was found in Epstein's house.
Oh god, dude.
This is not conspiracy. This is
That's
pure
symbolism.
fucking fact, dude. They found a painting of Bill Clinton in a blue dress,
With red shoes.
red shoes, baby.
What about the
A painting. Why would you have that in your house?
Red shoes is a pedophile symbol.
Oh,
The red shoes.
Tyler Creator was okay.
Dude, and that painting only shows the elite level of Epstein. It wasn't the Clintons that had anything to do with his death. He had dirt on them. They didn't take him out. They're not that powerful.
No, it's
Dude,
one of those things where
Epstein-
they all get fucking the dirt on each other, bro.
That's a real fucking painting, though, dude.
Yeah.
Like, let's just
That
think
Bush,
about that for
what
a
about
second.
the George Bush one with
Somebody
the paper airplanes into the
paper
Jenga?
airplanes and
The paper airplanes into the
towers.
Jenga towers, dude. That was also in Epstein's fucking apartment.
He had these.
That was in his apartment.
These are, and that's the thing. These are paintings. It took hours and hours and hours of someone commissioned
Correct.
to paint these paintings.
Correct. These weren't just screenshots.
And you can't fucking tell me that Bill Clinton didn't pose for that painting.
Oh no, that was
100%.
pure Bill Clinton.
You know what's crazy is that Epstein was basically blackmailed to become who he is.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
blackmailed to become a
Because-
blackmailer. He
yes,
was blackmailed to become a
yes.
blackmailer.
Because
You
you
don't
don't
just
commit crimes in college. Wasn't that he was like he got found guilty of something?
I think it was
And
at
then
MIT.
The CIA,
Yeah. Yep.
he went. Basically,
This
the
is why he was at
CIA
MIT.
came to him and he said, "You either go to prison or you come with us."
It was some sort of computer shit while he was at MIT, and then all of a sudden, it was when he was at that boarding school, that high-end boarding school, which
Yes.
William Barr, his dad, was the chancellor of that boarding school,
Yep.
where
Okay.
Epstein was like he was like, dishonorably discharged, if I can't come up with a better word for it, but and then he moves on and then gets posthumously fucking becomes a professor at MIT or some shit like that. And then all of a sudden Les Wexner, the owner of basically every mall in America, gives him a $10 million house for nothing.
Yes.
Why do you think that fucking guy gave him a house for nothing?
100 million.
Was it 100 million?
I believe it was $100 million.
Shit. That's bonkers, bro.
Right?
Was it 100 million?
Fact check that.
Don't fact check it. Fuck that. It's hot.
Fuck
takes, bro.
that shit. Yeah.
So is Epstein?
Okay.
Did Epstein grow up in a rich family?
dude.
No.
Okay, so that's
Epstein.
It was Maxwell, Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yes, and it's
her
her
dad.
dad. Her dad is
Yeah.
the puppet master.
He was
or
like
whoever
the
he's
he was like the
working
leader
for.
of the OSS, the original fucking CIA. Yeah, and he died. He died under crazy circumstances on his own yacht named Lady Ghislaine. Yeah, he was found floating dead off of the side of the Lady Ghislaine.
Dude.
Yeah.
So would you consider Jeffrey Epstein to be successful?
That's a loaded question, bro. That's a super loaded question.
Yeah, I mean, what? Let me answer your question with a question. What is your definition of success?
Yeah, because I could answer that a couple of ways. And two of them are going to get me in trouble.
Wealth and access to anything you want.
Yes,
Yeah,
and no. So there's a yes, and no for me.
Let me. Okay, can you reach the highest levels of quote unquote success in this world, in this realm, without being dirty AF, as the kids are saying?
You can't, and
You cannot.
He-
So yes,
No.
he was successful,
But
but he's a dirty.
and he was the barometer for the dirt. He was the guy dealing the dirt. So he was the dirt master. So
he was the dirt
like
master, but also he was getting high on his own supply.
Yep, you're right.
Guy's a
100%
fucking
right.
creep, man. He's a fucking pedophile. They were just talking, dude. They were
Yeah.
talking about him like, who was it? Somebody was having a
Massaging
conversation with him.
Virginia
and he had,
Maxwell
like-
was coming out with
and he
that
had like
shit.
he had like some 21-year-old chick like on his knee, and he like sat there like bouncing her up and down on their knee while they're having a conversation.
What the fuck with him? Prince Andrew. Him and Prince Andrew, dude.
No, this was on. They were talking about this on. Barry Weiss was on Joe Rogan, and Eric Weinstein, I think, actually met Epstein.
Any Steins, whatever.
Weinstein, not Weinstein. I have a quick thing to say about the Weinstein thing. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Eric Weinstein actually met Jeffrey Epstein wherever, and he said like while he's like talking to this guy, which whatever party this was, I don't know. I didn't catch all that, but he just had like this young girl on his lap, and like while they were talking, he like was just like, you know, like it was no big on his fucking lap at like a gala, because that dude had all kinds of celebrities. You know, it was like
Oh,
this
yeah.
this
He was-
baller ass
yeah.
party. He had this chick on his lap, and he was like bouncing her like she's like a little kid.
But she was like 14, 15.
no, she was like 21.
Oh, okay. Still weird.
21.
Yeah,
is
right,
the
right.
convenient number they use. Who knows,
Yeah.
man? She might have been fucking
Right,
17.
right. That's like all the underage, all the
Did-
like 10 underagers walk into the bar and they're all 21. Like, yeah, fuck off. You know?
Did people know who Epstein was before like these allegations came? I mean,
yeah, because he had
what was his title?
he had gotten
been
the
dropping-
2007 is when Trump first, him and Trump had beef. So a lot
What
of
is
people
Epstein's
think
like
this is all-
occupation, like title, like, name?
investor,
Roller
venture
coaster?
capitalist,
Oh,
venture
come on.
capitalist. So VC, like just you get money from bullshit. Like, is there if
Nas.
anybody comes at you and says they're a venture capitalist, are you fucking taking them seriously? At first, like,
you're-
are you
if
like,
you're Nas.
fuck?
Well, I mean,
Are you like what the fuck
Yeah,
you talking about,
yeah,
bro? Like, what are you talking about, man?
Yeah, but a venture capitalist. A
invest?
venture capitalist, if you're fucking Jeffrey Epstein, is like, who the fuck are you? How'd you make your money? Nobody knows how he
Yeah,
made his
it
money.
just says that.
It was
you're-
all given to him.
If
It's all given
you're,
to
if you're
him.
a quote unquote venture capitalist and you're fucking Nas, that makes sense.
Well, yeah, but
You have
yeah,
money because you
right.
earned that money. We
Right.
know how you made your money.
Yeah, but you're
But
not.
if
You're
just
not.
some
You're not.
fucking weird guy-
You're not. I'm Nas. I'm a venture
I'm
capitalist. You're
fucking
just
Nas.
Nas. You're just Nas. You're fucking Nas. Yeah, you're just Nas. Okay, so, but if you're like I'm Jeffrey Epstein, venture capitalist, you're like what the fuck? What do you mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? Especially when you're
That's a
fine.
convenient name,
Dude.
yeah.
What are you looking to capitalize on, and why, and how?
Right, and when you talk about
a little weird.
when you talk about having a fucking private plane, And I know Epstein is yesterday's news already for most fucking people who
But
falling
it's
back
got-
asleep.
that's the
falling
thing.
back asleep. Falling back asleep.
We got to keep it
But I'm
current.
saying-
everybody needs to keep it current. That conversation cannot die.
Right. What I'm trying to say is that, have you and I, how many times have we been on an airplane together?
Dustin, that's going to be a big fat goose egg.
Yeah.
If you ask me.
Would you consider us pretty good friends?
Some of the best.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. Yet, we got Epstein with Clintons 26 motherfucking times on an airplane.
Dustin, I'm going to take it one step further. You know what else we have never done? We've never even played airplane. You know, like where I would lay on my back and I'd put my feet on your stomach and I'd hold your hands and then I lift you up in the air and you go, whee! And then I let go of your hands and you stick them out to... We've never even done that, dude.
Tomorrow, Super Bowl Sunday.
All right.
It's time. It's
on.
time for that.
It's
Yeah,
on.
it's
Yeah.
time.
We got time for that.
I'll have to do it before I start eating.
Me and Jackson have done it.
I'll have to do it before I start eating though, because I will puke on you if I got beer. If I got beer and nachos in me, I will throw.
Are you
up
going to
on-
baby bird me a bunch of beer tomorrow?
You didn't have to open your mouth on that shit. That was fucked up. You didn't have to eat it and swallow it. That's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying, any one of these motherfucking celebrities, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Like, how many times do you fly with your good friends, like normal people, other than like you take a vacation on a normal airlines and you have but these guys are in the same spot multiple times. Like, I'm just saying, coincidence does not count in that aspect. Like, you can't just chalk that up to fucking hanging out at that
Dude,
point.
this is like one of the dirtiest. And it didn't stop with him. If you think that shit stopped with him, you're out of your fucking mind.
They got somebody else already. They got somebody else already tagged.
Of course.
Already.
I don't know.
No, you won't know. You won't know until he gets fucking pinched,
But
bro.
dude,
because you didn't know Epstein until he got pinched.
Do you know how many fucking private, crazy, exclusive islands there are in the world? No, you don't know how many.
None of us know
there's
because it's so flat and so far going.
Right. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, I caught that. It's coming now.
It's supposed to be quiet, bro. Yeah, it just keeps going, man.
Dude, so
It's
What do you
just
think? What do you think? You think
you were
so
so
you think
close.
just a blackmail artist or what?
Epstein?
yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't even know if he's like. He kind of just got blackmailed and doing all that, right? Really, right?
So you think he was blackmailed
kinda-
originally? Sure,
Dude,
but
I think
did he
he's like
become
the-
a blackmail artist? Like a Mossad blackmail agent? Like he was collecting blackmail?
for sure. Yeah,
But he
Yeah,
just
dude.
liked to, like, dude. I thought your
dude, for
he's a
sure.
pawn
I thought
in the
your
game.
description was getting high on your own
I
supply
think-
was great. I thought it was poignant. Very
So,
Yeah,
good.
dude,
it's
he
the
couldn't-
CIA that brought him in, right? Is that or is FB?
Yeah, a
some
little like
sort of
CIA
offer?
plus. I'd have to call it CIA plus.
Yeah.
It's like CIA platinum.
So something tells
Well,
me that there's
Mossad-
someone
Mossad,
behind Epstein that's even higher.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure,
dude.
dude. Epstein's just a guy. Epstein's a low level guy
Yeah.
There's all
who
yeah.
collects
You
blackmail
not-
data.
Absolutely.
He's a
find
blackmail
others'
data.
name.
He's
Dude,
not.
he
he's-
was like top level society, elite level society. But dude, he was minor compared to
For
what
sure.
the fuck is really going on.
But the
man.
fact that he
It's
got
just- it's
the
there's
fact
levels.
that he got to fucking Prince Andrew. Dude, the royal family is rattling right now. It's shaking a little bit.
Eddie
Dude,
Money,
what about
baby.
Prince Henry fucking bouncing to Canada? That's fucked. When in our time have we heard of a royal being like, nah, I don't want to be a fucking royal, bro?
They touched on that in the Barry Weiss
Ooh.
podcast too. That's actually to give him. They can't give him citizenship since like Canada is actually a like territory of the UK.
Yeah, it's like DC.
That
It's
he
like
can't-
Washington, D.C., basically.
Yeah, dude.
Or Puerto Rico. It's like Puerto Rico more.
Let's yeah. We have to wrap this up. We're running out of time here.
We're just getting gold.
I know. We're just getting started. This was basically all warm up to
all
episode.
that Andrew Luck time.
Everybody's still listening. You got to know that episode 4 is only a warm up to episode 5.
God, we're gonna
be
keep it
coming at-
going.
Guys, I had a great time hanging out with you.
Yeah, it's been a blast.
We got to give some shout outs. Got to give shout outs Shwilly Z
Yep.
and
Thank
KGB
you.
LLC.
KGB LLC, Christopher Wannacy, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for sharing. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for listening. Thanks for all of our significant others fucking appreciating, or at least pretending to listen to all of our bullshit that we fucking spit at them, which isn't bullshit. It's all
love.
real.
And I do think that it's important. The way we went out on the last podcast, with how Jackson sent us out, I don't even know. I think that was sincere. That is important. Hug those. Give whoever's closest to you, whether that be figurative or physical, just give them a hug. Spread love. Let's just be nice to each other. Can we do that?
Even just tell somebody. Tell somebody they're pretty. Tell somebody you love them. Tell somebody they're like you care.
Don't hide your feelings. Don't guard your feelings. Let's take this back to it's golden rule. Treat others the way you'd want to be treated, right? Come on.
Yeah, and you know what? If you want to do as thou wilt, you know what? Tell somebody that you don't like them. Fuck them.
Dustin's going dark. Yeah, you can be honest. Why don't you just be honest? Don't be honest.
If you want to,
tell someone that you really don't like, just
tell me you don't like them.
Yeah,
fuck, don't hold it in. Don't hold it in yourself. Just tell me you don't like them. Because I did that the other day at work. Because I'm leaving pretty soon. So I did that. And it was fucking awesome.
You're starting to like the dude from Friday.
A little bit.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Yeah. No, I just held the dude. I held the dude 100% accountable. And I told him in a meeting, I was like, a little bit of backstory. So this fucking guy.
First of all, Dustin, already I can tell you should not beat yourself up about this. This was long overdue.
Yeah. This is
Continue,
100% overdue.
please.
Thank you. Appreciate it. You can't tell by the ear-to-ear grin that I have on my face right now. But this fucking, this guy took him over a year to not only change up standard operating procedure that I had given him, but to also order a garage door opener on Amazon.com. And so then we're in this we have a supervisor meeting, which involves 6 people, and it happens maybe once every month. It's supposed to be every 2 weeks, but it's usually bi-monthly because it just gets blown off. And finally, I had my last supervisor meeting the other day, and this fucking guy was giving us a hard time because we had some fire doors that were propped open, and he sent 3 emails out about it in 1 week. And so I finally said, you're
emails.
sitting there sending out fucking 3 emails about propped open doors when you could just kick the fucking doorstop open, and you couldn't order fucking door stops or change up a standard operating procedure in a year? Fuck yourself. So that's what I did. So if you want to...
That's a guy that want to... Listen to this, man. You know what he did? You know what he did right there? What he wanted to project as... being so conscious about safety, he compromised safety for brownie points.
Indeed,
the higher management.
Indeed, he did. And you know what else he didn't do? He didn't get the offensive line for fucking Andrew Luck, and he let Andrew Luck walk away, and that's what happened.
Dustin
Fuck
was
that
just
guy.
pointing to himself just for
I pointed myself,
audio.
referenced myself as Andrew Luck.
For anybody who's
Yeah,
not
I am
watching
Andrew
on
Luck.
MSNBC right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know what? If you take this time to either hug your lover or punch your hater, do as thou wilt. Or is that not the message we want to send?
I don't know, man. I like it. I mean, I'm all about that. I think that's great.
Don't punch your hater, but you know what? Tell him, hey, let's talk about it. Let's not let it get to an Andrew Luck offensive line scenario.
You know, I mean, this is art. This is just art.
Yeah.
And, you know, art is up for interpretation. So, however you want to make sense of that confusing fucking rant.
That was terrible.
You know,
Sorry about that.
go ahead.
Yeah,
But it's all love. It's all art.
yeah. Please don't care too much about things that aren't people. You know,
Material.
that doesn't. Yeah, and if you're worried about something in the future, that doesn't matter. It really doesn't. So don't even.
I think what Dustin,
Sure.
I think what Jackson's saying here is,
Like-
let's play the long
Let's
game.
just live in
let's
the
play the
moment.
long
Yeah,
game here,
let's-
people.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
focus on what's
live in-
really important.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. These one-on-one These interactions that
I'll
we
tell
have.
you what's important. Love.
Interact with each other.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the interactions you have on social medias or anything like that. Care about, especially with, dude, what brings people together more than the fucking Super Bowl? Like nothing. Like we're going to come together and watch a game that we have zero stake in unless you like choose to like buy some numbers or whatever.
No
But
steak
we're
on the
gonna-
menu for tomorrow.
We're going to get together and we're going to prepare food. We are going to get more people together tomorrow on Super Bowl Sunday than we are on fucking Thanksgiving. Are we out of time?
No, we gotta. We are taking this down to the wire.
Dude,
Keep going. We
dude,
got a
but
minute
we are-
24.
No, we are gonna. Dude, Super Bowl Sunday gets more people together than fucking Thanksgiving. And all I gotta say is, appreciate those one-on-one interactions. Fuck the internet. Fuck the bullshit interactions that you have. Fuck the meat. You know the all the trash that gets you pissed off. Just appreciate the moments that you have to talk to somebody face to face. Just do that,
Doesn't it? It sounds like what you're trying to say is tend to the part of the garden you can touch.
God damn it, that's so good. I was gonna say
That was a
pretend.
quote by somebody. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say pretend that every Sunday is Super Bowl Sunday.
Nice. Hey, I love it.
Every
Love
day
it.
it's the Super Bowl Sunday.
Damn, yeah, man. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Make
America great again.
make buffalo chicken dip every fucking day and hang out
Yeah,
with your
dude.
friends
Yeah.
every day.
Eat it with
Yeah.
veggies,
Yeah.
celery sticks. Every day is a winding road. All right. We'll see you.
We out.
We'll see you in episode 5.
Yeah.